Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Order of Narvosc. This is session 35, New Faces and Mysterious Places. We hope you enjoy.
We began looking at Esarora. It was very much destroyed. We saw the scary monster and we noticed it had kind of like this flap of noticeable and recognizable skin hanging from its ear, which we realized was kind of like a human corpse sleeping bag that birthed this monster that's now running around and destroying everything. We noticed that, or I guess the professor and Velphie noticed all the buildings they went to last time were the ones that were destroyed, which led to the conclusion probably tracking them. So we snuck through the city to the transmutation building, looking for places underground, maybe tunnels, that sort of thing. Didn't find anything, but found other goodies, and then tried to make it outside once again and got spotted and ran to the temple where we came across creepy doll lady. What is her name?
Her name is Hope.
Hope. We came across Hope, who ushered us inside before the monster could get us. And Hope invited us to eat and magically created food, which she was also preparing for the students. And looking at the students that were in there with her, they were all transformed into monsters. Although Hope seemed to have a little bit of a disconnect for what we were seeing versus her treatment of the students, but she seemed to have them all under control. We also noticed in the temple all of the statues of the gods, and there was a tiny god of necrosix that had a yellow ribbon on the ankle, and after much debate, we pulled said ribbon, and it kind of went dusty pale old, and we tried putting the pieces together of what that could mean, and then turned our eyes back towards the monster and thought maybe we could see where it was outside, and upon opening the door, its eyeball was right there. I don't know if we got an attack off. I think I got a hunter's mark, and then it burst down the door, and I think it pancaked Velphie.
And Professor Friedrich. So y'all are
And Professor
pancaked
Friedrich.
under a door.
And we also heard from, my friend. What is her name?
Sea
Oh gosh, Sea I wish I were better with names. We heard from Sea that help is on the way.
Yes. And that was absolutely perfect. So how we're going to start today. The sun just recently set, and there is a crisp chill in the air this evening. Tall buildings that are made from tarnished white marble with blue and gold inlay that used to reach for the skies and be so full of magic are crumbling now. It must have been beautiful in its prime. Moonlight lights the way for a lone figure as they trek closer and closer towards the old wizarding school. Ryan, would you like to describe your character?
Okay. My character, his name is Quirin. He is, I believe I said 36. He's an Eladrin. He has some pretty pale gray skin with, like a powder blue, color in his hair, kind of shaved on the sides, long on the top, most of the time slicked back. He's wearing, fairly just commoner clothes, a bigger kind of black cloak, at the moment, with two swords strapped to his back. He's got a few scars, none significant, but just kind of scattered around just from mishaps throughout life. So, yeah.
Awesome. And as you continue your way towards Esarora, this place looks much different than when you were here last. It was crumbling before, but now it's just desolate, destitute crumbles. There are large gashes in the buildings, and you get the sense that the beast you saw a few days prior probably made these. With how deep those claw marks are, it's hunting something or someone. You hear a screech, and in the distance and loud ramming, like something is just pushing all of its weight against some kind of wall, and you can almost hear crumbling of rocks and debris falling, even from as far away as you are currently. It's closer towards the center of the wizarding school, so you still have a bit of a ways, but you feel a sending stone start to buzz.
Oh, and you take it out.
And immediately, as soon as you take it out to listen to it, the group I sent you to help are in trouble. Get there quickly or we may lose another squad. Hurry.
And without even responding, throws the stone back in his bag and then starts sprinting over to wherever the noise is coming from.
Alrighty. And in terms of like game mechanics, you will get there in 2 rounds. It'll take you 2 rounds to get there. And we are going to pan over to our group that is in the temple. 2 of you currently have a door that has been pushed and knocked down as you hear it crumble against the floor and onto you. Both of you took 5 bludgeoning damage as that door hit you. This thing that is standing 20 feet above you just walks in, and it's got thunderous steps as it walks in, and you can see drool coming from its mouth as you all are underneath it, and it stands above you. You are underneath its chest at this point. As you see the rotten skin, you see the red fur, you see the dangling flesh piece off of its ear, and it screeches. Ruby was able to get off that hunter's mark. You made your dexterity save. Did you want to do anything?
She would probably pull her crossbow and just go for the eye.
Alrighty, we'll give you a free shot. Go for it.
Okay. Okay, that's a natural 18.
You hit.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. With Velphie and Professor Friedrich under the door, are they within 5 feet of it?
Oh gosh, it's so big that we're going to say one of them is within 5 feet of its paw.
Okay, so does that count for sneak attack?
Go ahead and get your sneak attack off.
Yes, okay. Oh, and I get an extra d8 because of my ranger stuff. Okay. All right. 7, 9, 4. I did not roll good. 13, 15. Plus 4. 19 points of damage.
Alrighty, 19 points of damage. And this is a +2 crossbow, isn't it? So it's magical.
Yes.
All right, you do that piercing, and you manage to catch the side of its eye, and it howls, and it turns its head towards you. I need you all to go to roll 20.
Oh.
And if you all will, tell me your... what you call it? Initiative.
4.
15.
19.
And what is Quirin's?
29.
Okay.
Ah! All
High
right.
initiative characters,
Oh, look,
man.
he's already here.
All righty, give me just 1 second to get you all written down. Okay. Alrighty, so our initiative order is going to be when Quirin gets here. Quirin, Velphie, Ruby, Monster, Hope, and Friedrich. And with that, as this thing is howling at Ruby, Velphie, what are you doing?
Well, so she's under a door right now.
Yes.
So I imagine I need to use my action to get up.
You will need to use half of your movement to get up, but you will need to use an action to get the door and the debris off.
Okay, so that is exactly what she's going to do.
Okay.
Do I need to make a roll or anything, or that's just what happens?
We're just going to say that happens. You're able to get out of the debris.
Okay, cool. And then I still have a bonus action?
Yes, you still have a bonus action.
Okay. I am going to cast Hex on it.
Okay, and what are we hexing?
That is a good question. Let's do... wisdom.
All right, wisdom is hexed. And is there anything else you like to do on your turn? Do you want to move anywhere? Do you want to... That's about all you got is movement.
I don't think I want to move because then he'll swipe at me. So I... Right? Do I want to move? No. Yes? No. I think that's going to be it.
Alrighty, with that, it's going to use a legendary action and it's going to swipe at you. As it sees you get from underneath the door, it's going to try to make an attack. That is going to be at disadvantage a 27 to hit.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that is going to be... That is going to be 11 points of slashing damage as it pretty much sees you get from underneath the door. It does that screech at you as its attention has been pulled from Ruby back to you, and it's angry. It just got shot in the face, so it's going to take its large paw and leave gashes along your chest as you stand up. And with that, did you want to use your reaction?
No, the only reaction I have is hellish. Wait, yes, I do want to use it.
Okay, go for it.
You know what? How high do I want to cast this? Let's see. Let's go big, man, and we're gonna cast this at 3rd level.
Okay, 3rd level Hellish Rebuke. Go for it.
Okay, well that's a dex save for...
It's a 17 dex save, right?
15.
15. All right, roll 14 on the die plus 2, 16.
Yes, okay. So that is 4d10.
You said 15 was your save, right?
Yeah, you said 14.
I said 14
wait, was
on the
there a
die
plus?
2, 16.
Plus-
I'm
oh,
sorry.
Fudge.
I was like, why are you excited?
I stopped at the 14. I was like, yes! Okay, never mind. I'm sick, okay?
It's all good.
It's you can still be excited.
Yay, I failed. Oh, wait, I still get to roll, though, right?
You still get to roll, yeah. It takes half damage.
There we go. Okay. 5. Oops. 14 points of damage.
Okay, is that halved already?
So 7.
Okay. With that, it failing and you doing fire, it still looks like it takes the full amount as it screeches and it's starting to rot. So those rotten pieces of fur catch on fire and they singe really easy as it is just catches fire really quickly, and you know it's vulnerable to fire. So it takes 14 fire damage on that one. And with that, Ruby, you are up.
All right. She is going to steady her crossbow and take a few steps back to get a little bit of distance from this guy. So I'm going to move her for about right here. Maybe stand up on one of the benches and fire off a shot.
Go for it. And steadying it is a bonus action, correct?
Yes. So
All right.
bonus action to give myself advantage. Okay, that is a 31.
That hits.
Okay. And because I have advantage, I get the sneak attack. Yay! All right. 9, 17, 9. 26 plus 4. 30 points of damage. Crossbow.
You got it. 30 points of damage with that crossbow. 30 points of piercing. It screams as that arrow finds its mark. And you still have another attack, correct?
Not as a rogue.
Not as a rogue. Okay. Alrighty. So it takes that 30 points of damage with that shot and screeches, and it is going to use one of its legendary actions. And it is going to take a swipe attack. The only person currently in front of it, it's angry. It keeps getting hit. Only person in front of it is Velphie. So it is going to take an attack against Velphie, again at disadvantage. And that is going to be a 23 to hit.
Yes.
And that is going to be... Where did my D10s go? There they go. Again, another 11 points of slashing damage as it just swipes again and screeches. And it is now its go. It did not like being hit and poked and prodded. So what it's going to do, you're going to see it clench its claws together like little fists. But, you know, this thing's 20 feet tall, so it's got big hands. And it is going to stand up 40 feet tall now. It's going to take its hands above its head, and it is going to slam them on the ground. I need... I think all of you. Yep. To make a dexterity saving throw.
Natural 20 plus 6.
And Professor Friedrich, yours is at disadvantage because you were prone.
All right, 10, but I have evasion.
Alrighty.
13.
13. Okay, so you said 19? No, 10. But you have evasion, you're going to evade it. All right, so this is going to do 36 bludgeoning damage full. If you passed or have evasion, you take, what is that? Not 13. I can do math. What is half of 36? 16.
13.
No, it's 18.
18.
No, it's 16.
You take 18 points of bludgeoning damage as you see its fist come
Wait.
down.
Is it 16 or 18?
It's 18.
It's 18.
Okay.
You take 18 points of bludgeoning damage as it comes down, and it pretty much, you can see the earth that it is aiming this attack towards start to split and crumble as it does this pulverizing slam on the ground. So again, 36 bludgeoning damage if you failed, and 18 if you passed.
Okay.
Did I fail?
Yeah.
I didn't hear the number.
It's a 17.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna use
36.
uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge, go for it. So you take half.
9.
Get it. So 9 of that as it slams its fists down and screams once more. And with that, it is going to start taking some steps out of this doorway, still staying within combat with Velphie as it's starting to move slightly. And with that, that is its go. Hope looks around, notices that this looks pretty hairy, and is going to cast Aura of Vitality. And what that means, if you're within 30 feet of her, one person will get 2d6s of their life back. So she cast Aura of Vitality at 3rd level. And at the start of each of her turns, she will give somebody 2d6s. So let's see, I believe Ruby is in range of that currently. You would get 8 points of life back if you need any.
Ooh, I do, yeah.
So you get 8 points of health back as she casts that into a 30-foot radius, and that is her go. With that, Friedrich, you are up.
Okay, I'm on my back under a door.
You're on your back underneath the door, yes.
Can I look to my left? So I can see things to the left and right if I turn my head?
Yes.
Okay. Do I have any kind of limited vision there, except for like what's above me or in front of me?
You can't see what's above you.
But I could realistically look behind me.
Kind of like when your head's back, as far back as your neck can go, is about as far as you can see.
Okay. And these pillars are floor-to-ceiling pillars, right?
Yes.
I'm going to use my bonus action to Misty Step.
All right, you're able to Misty Step out, and since you do not have to take the action to get it off of you, you still get your action.
And then I'm going to cast Fireball.
All righty. With Velphie there?
I would like to cast it. I don't know if I can ping, but...
So you have the tool that you can use that'll show the circle. So let's use...
Can I cast it there?
Cast it there. Is it
It's a
15?
20-foot radius.
You can cast it there.
I'm going to cast it there.
Alrighty.
If I may.
Natural 20.
I haven't picked a level yet. I'm going to cast it at 4th. Is that okay?
That's fine.
It passed no matter what the level was, but... Okay, it's 9d6 is halved.
96 is halved. You got it.
Not a good roll. Only 12 damage.
That's halved?
Yeah, I rolled 25 total. I got a lot of ones.
Okay. Even though that fireball goes off, this first time you've cast this spell, do you want to explain what that looks like?
Yeah. So normally a lot of Friedrich spells are like a eerie green or purplish, but this one is just straight up red, orange, like burnt sunset looking fire. And it looks very clean as it goes off, and then as soon as it hits that one spot, it's not a clean explosion. It's more like a volcanic eruption, where there's like almost like liquid-looking fire coming off.
Ooh, okay.
Liquid hot magma.
Liquid hot magma. As that comes off and burns it, it does scald it. You hear that screech as this thing does not like fire. So it does take 24 points of fire damage as that fireball does go off. And with that, is there anything else to do on your turn?
Yeah, I'm going to move a little bit more.
All right, you move a little bit more. And where are you going?
I'm going to hang out by that pillar.
Hanging out by that pillar, you got it. Alrighty. And with that, it is going to use a legendary action, and it is going to unleash this piercing howl, and it's going to give itself hit points. You see it glow like this little bit of red as it screeches, and it looks like those wounds that you have created on it start to heal. As it heals itself with its legendary action. And with that, you all know that there are a bunch of students in here. Students. They're scared. They are going to try to book it out the door. I need you all to make dexterity saving throws.
Ten.
Natural 20, 22.
14.
Alrighty. 14 meets it, beats it. So Ruby and Professor Friedrich, you're fine. Velphie, you take, as these things start to pretty much stampede over you. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone. As these bodies just start pushing past you, and they hit you at just the right angle and trip you over, and you feel the feet of some of these things step on parts of your limbs, parts of your body as they make their way out the door. And with that, we have one more turn until Quirin's here. Velphie, you are up.
I took damage, so I need to do my wisdom roll, right?
Yes. You need to do your wisdom roll 3 times.
3 times, okay. Okay, pass the first one. Oops. Pass the second one. Beats it the third.
You hear her screaming in the back of your head as you manage to save on all of those wisdom saving throws. She is angry. She wants it. She wants them dead now. Everything that has hurt you, she wants it gone, especially the little beastie that stomped on you a few seconds ago. She really wants that one. But you managed to pass, and it is your turn.
All right, so Velphie is... Ooh. She is going to cast Dimension Door. Where are you? There you are. She's going to cast Dimension Door, and she's going to go right there. Create some distance. So that's her. Oh, wait. Half my movement to get up.
Yep.
Right? And then my action is Dimension Door.
You got it. So you're able to Dimension Door out there.
Bonus action. How big is this range? All right, 1 second. Where are you? 60 feet. I don't know if that's gonna get. Is it from me? Hold on, sorry, I'm looking at Mass Healing Word. Choose of your choice within range. So yeah, from me. So that's 60 feet. So that would only hit Ruby. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on that. So that'll be my turn.
Alrighty, you got it. And as you end your turn, it's going to use a legendary action. It's going to move up to Ruby. And Ruby, it is standing over you now as it is 20 feet above your head. And you get like drops of drool that start to splatter next to you as it is now right in front of you. With that, it is now your turn.
Yeah, she's just gonna like slop off that drool and just put a shot right in the throat.
Go for it. Are you stabilizing it with your bonus action?
Yes. So bonus action, just like holding the shot steady.
Okay.
And guess what? I did take crossbow expert and forgot about it. So
Hey!
that is there.
So that means not
Yeah.
disadvantage, right?
Right.
You got it. So advantage, which means you get your sneak attack.
Yes. All right. Roll. Okay, 28.
28 hits.
Yay. Okay. Sneak attack, crossbow, hunter smart. Okay. 8, 15, 18, plus 6, 24, plus 4. It leaves her crossbow and does 28 points of damage.
You got it. As you see that bolt stick right into where its trachea is. It's small compared to where that part of its throat is, but it just screeches. And is there anything else you like to do on your turn?
I think she's just gonna bare her teeth back at it.
I love that. With that, it is going to use its last legendary action until it gets to go again to try and swipe at you. I do not think that hits for a 14.
It does not hit because I
All
got
right.
the new armor.
Hey, alrighty, so that did not hit, and with that, it is its turn. And since Ruby is the closest person to it, let's first see if it gets its pulverized back. It does. It is going to take all of its attacks against Ruby.
Well,
Alrighty.
let's do it.
That is 2 with its claws and 1 with its bite. So it's going to stand up on its back legs and just swipe at you twice. That is going to be a 15.
Does not hit.
27.
That one does.
Alrighty.
She ducks under one, and then it just nails her the next time.
Yes, that is going to be 15 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
And then it's going to try and bite you. Did you want to uncanny dodge the first one?
Yeah, I'll uncanny dodge the
Right.
paw.
So 7
that's-
points.
Yeah.
And then it's going to try and bite you for a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Alrighty. That is going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of piercing damage as it takes its large mouth and it's going to be directly above you and it pretty much just takes you all in its mouth and bites down. And you can feel its teeth sinking into your skin. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 15. What's my modifier? 17.
With a 17, you feel fine for now. And that is its turn.
Fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. That is its turn. And now it's Hope's turn. Again, has that ray of vitality going on. She is going to choose Velphie for this one. 6, 11 points of healing back to you.
11?
Yes.
Okay. Yay.
And that is Hope's turn. With that, it is now Professor Friedrich's.
Okay, Friedrich, I'm just going to sling out another 4th level fireball behind it.
Okay, you're going to have to be very careful with your placement because Ruby is in its mouth.
I want to hit it like on the back, essentially, like shoot the fireball behind it and like burn its back.
Alrighty. Are you okay with taking out some of the students with you?
I thought they all ran out the door.
They are currently trying to get to the door.
So direct attacks would hit it, but AoE attacks would hit students? Or is it
Yes.
like a roll for it?
It would hit some students in that area, yes, as they are trying to make their way out the door.
I feel like that's not a good thing, actually, because Hope is helping us and she would probably frown upon that sort of behavior.
It is up to you.
It's not my strongest move, but... So the students are currently running.
Yes.
Is there a time when I think they'll be able to get out? Like in a couple turns?
You get the sense that if they continue running the way that they are running, you'll probably have them all out within 3 turns. Or 3 rounds.
3 rounds from now?
Yes, because there's 100 or so in here.
Gosh, okay, they need to book it. That being the case, then I can't do lightning bolt either because it might go right through them. I have a lot of AoE spells. Let's do... No, Wall of Fire is not a good one. Let's just do Toll the Dead then.
Okay.
Oh, it's 60 feet. That might have to move closer. Let me see. I'll do Toll the Dead on. It's already taken some damage, so it's a 16 Wisdom save. I think it's still hexed.
It is still hexed. That was a 5 on the die with that hex plus 8. 13.
That's a failure. It takes 2d12 because it's taken damage.
And what kind of damage is this again? Necrotic?
Necrotic.
Alrighty.
Not great rolls. 11 points of necrotic.
11 points of necrotic. Alrighty. It takes that necrotic and that bell. Does it just crack over its head?
It does, but the bell doesn't really adjust to the size of the enemy, so it's like a little tiny, like Christmas bell. It's like, bing.
Alrighty. It's a little tiny bell. Bink. Hits it. This thing's going to take another legendary action, and it's going to try to bite down again on Ruby since Ruby is currently in its mouth. That is going to be a 26 to hit.
A little bit. Yeah.
That's a little bit. That is going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of piercing damage as it bites down even harder, and you can feel those teeth impale you just a little bit more. And with that, I need you all to make dexterity saving throws as these things are trying to push their way out the door. Hundreds and hundreds of beasts are trying to make their way out the door. I shouldn't say hundreds and hundreds, just 100 are trying to make their way out the door.
Is it still my turn?
Is there something else you wanted to do?
I didn't get a bonus action or movement, so I didn't know. Friedrich's just watching. I'm like, let me know when you're done.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, cut me off.
I'm gonna run
Okay, go ahead and run.
out the front door. No. Let's see. Trying to get closer to everyone else. There you go. Go ahead.
Okay.
Dex save.
What did you want to do with your bonus action?
Scream.
Okay. All right, if everybody will make a dex saving throw. DC is 14.
10.
Do I need to?
Yes.
Okay.
Even though
You're impaled. No, we're going to say no.
Okay.
You're impaled on teeth. You're being held in place.
I got lucky, another nat 20 for 22.
Alrighty. Velphie, you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you are knocked prone once again, and these beasties take a step over you. I need you to roll me another wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yeah. What is it? 15. I fail.
Alrighty. You were stepped on by a student, meaning you cannot attack this beast anymore. You have to attack her students. As it just screams in your head, I want that one! And you have to go for that.
I'm going to use a point of inspiration if that's okay.
That is perfectly okay.
Okay. Oops. It was even worse, so never mind.
Alrighty. You technically do have stacked inspiration. I will let you use it multiple times if you want to.
Oh, I have a feeling I'm going to need it some more, though.
Alrighty. That is your target. All right. And with that, Quirin, you have been dashing and running and sprinting to get here. You show up to a scene of what used to look like a beautiful temple completely ransacked, and you are used to seeing the beast. You have never seen beast congregate like this, and they are trying to push their way out of this collapsed door. Like, it looks like the wall has just completely had something ram into it. The door's gone, some of the sides are gone, the rock's broken, but you see this creature on the inside lit up by candlelight that has red fur, a dangling piece of skin off the side, and its mouth around someone. And if you are trying to make your way in, I need you to make me a dexterity check. We're going to go acrobatics to get through the crowd.
Okay. Natural 20 for 30.
Alrighty, you're able to, this is not difficult terrain for you. You are able to move through perfectly fine.
Okay. Is it could it be possible that during one of those turns sprinting over, maybe hearing the fireball, that he would take out his sword and ignite it? Is that fair to say?
That is fair to say.
Okay. So I assume he would be right at the front door here.
Yep.
Okay.
And you should be able to move your character.
I have a character?
Yeah, he's at the
Where?
top left.
Oh, I see him now. Okay. All right, hang on. So, right there?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15. 30. Okay. So right there, he's just going to be sprinting in, and from this spot, let's see, then I think he's going to use one of his phase steps. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, then to get right there. And he's going to, even though he's been getting through the crowd just fine, he's going to use it to Misty Step above where the students are, maybe like 10 feet in the air. And at the apex, like he's going to use the Misty Step to get some air. And then at the apex of that, he's going to make a swinging slash, like probably if he can reach the throat of the monster. And he's going to booming blade it as well.
Go for it.
Does the person inside the beast's mouth count as an ally?
What do you two think? Does it count for sneak attack if the person who's next to it is currently being eaten? What do you two think?
Am I incapacitated?
You technically have your movement, but like you are stuck between its teeth right now.
I feel like if I was unconscious or incapacitated, maybe it wouldn't count.
So let's go sneak attack.
Okay. Let's see. So
I hope that's right. I don't know.
I don't know either. We're going to go with it. I like it.
24 to hit.
24 hits.
Okay. Okay. I did this to myself. There's so many dice. Okay. Oh no. Whoops. Okay. All right. So it's 9, 11, 10. Oh, Booming Blade is a D8?
Yee. Is it a D8? Remind me with Booming Blade. Is Booming Blade a D8 if it moves more than 5 feet, or is it automatically take the D8?
At level 5, I think it gains the D8 for damage, but then it's
Okay.
2D8 if it moves.
2D8 if it moves. Gotcha. Okay, go for it.
Okay. 9, 11, 15, 20. So 24 regular, what is a short sword piercing, I think?
I think so.
Then 1 thunder damage on top of that,
All right.
and then 6 fire.
And then 6 fire. Is your short sword... it's magical in it.
Yes.
Alrighty. So 24 piercing, 1 thunder, 12 or 6 fire. The fire singes it really hard as you get that attack off, and you can get sneak attack. Is sneak attack included in that?
Yes.
Okay, you got it.
And then when he uses face step, the monster also has to make a wisdom save against being frightened.
Ooh. Let me double check. Is frightened considered a charmed effect?
I don't know, I just work here.
I just work here. Is frightened
I think.
a charm effect 5e? It's not a charm effect. Alrighty, so wisdom save. Okie dokie. It's rolled at disadvantage. That is going to be a 18.
Oh, passes. Okay.
It passes. All right.
But yeah, then he'll just land right in front of the monster, and just kind of have the sword out to its side.
You got it.
Yeah.
It did not like that, so it's going to use one of its legendary actions to try and swipe at you. As you swipe at it, it's going to take one of its paws and try to swipe at you for a, let's see, 17 to hit.
Misses.
As it misses as it takes that swipe and whiffs. With that, it is now Velphie's turn. What are you doing? You have been knocked prone and you cannot attack the beast. You have to attack a student.
Okay. So she's going to have her movement to stand up. And she's going to yell out towards Hope and say, I'm really sorry, but I can't help it. And she's going to use her rapier and attack the student.
All right, go for it.
Ooh, a 14.
A 14 hits.
Okay. I don't know if I want to hit or if I don't. But 4, 5, 6, 7 points of piercing damage. And
You said how much damage?
7.
7. You got it. Okay.
Hmm. Want to do that yet? Hold on, let me check this range again because I can't remember. Creatures that you can see within range. Okay, that is. Okay, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast Mass Healing Word.
Okay.
And that is going to be. Oh, not good. 6 points of healing to both, well, to everybody, except for the beast.
Okay.
I just
And
got it.
except for the student, correct?
And except for the student.
All righty. Everybody gets 6 points of healing back. Is there anything else you like to do on your turn? She is screaming in your head about that student. She wants it dead. She wants it gone.
I think Velphie she's gonna try to just block out that screaming and see if there's like a way to resist it, but that's all she's gonna do.
All righty. And with that, Ruby, you're up. You're in its mouth. What are you doing?
She has a moment of like where she's not moving. And just out of instinct with this dark, like clammy, breathy environment around her and feeling like the teeth pierce into her sides and her shoulders, cutting through like muscle and hitting bone. She's just gonna give a exhale and then just start to hum under her breath and cast Fog Cloud to try to choke this creature out.
Okay.
So I guess from the inside, you guys would just see like a swampy smoke begin to come out of the creature's mouth and a creepy
Okay, I love this. Alrighty, we're going to see if it chokes. We're going to do a Constitution saving throw here against your spell save DC. Does that sound fair?
Sounds good. Yes.
Alrighty, with that, it did roll a dirty 20.
Oh. All right.
So
That's a pass.
that's a pass. Alrighty. So y'all do see that smoke cloud, that fog cloud coming out just the way Ruby describes it, but it still has latched on.
Is it possible to bonus action disengage and just like wrench myself away from the teeth?
Yes, you may
Even if
bonus
I'm
action
still inside the
disengage.
mouth?
Go
Okay.
for it. And it's big enough, I think you can move through the teeth once you disengage from it and manage to slide yourself off of the teeth.
Okay.
Is there anywhere you'd like to move?
Yeah, she's just gonna like wriggle out of the mouth and just army crawl through the fog cloud that's about 20 feet. Probably leaving a snail trail of gross saliva behind her.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I think she's just gonna try to make it over here.
And remind me, can you see in fog cloud? Or does it completely obscure everybody's vision?
Let me double check. That's a good question. Well, if I looked at my character sheet, that would help. There we go. fog cloud. The sphere is heavily obscured, and it lasts for the duration or until a strong wind disperses it. So I can't see. I'm just crawling around.
All right, so everywhere in that purple, is that where you would like to put it?
Yes.
Alrighty. So everywhere within that circle is now heavily obscured, cannot be seen, as it is 20 foot wide. Is it 20 foot tall as well?
I think it's a 20-foot radius.
So that would make it, yeah, that would make it 20 foot tall too. And with that, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Let's see, I did my movement, did bonus action and action, so I'm good.
You're good. Alrighty. With that, it is the monster's go, and it can't see in that 20 foot sphere anymore really well. It knows someone's next to it, but it can't quite see that person well enough, and it does see a lot of other people roaming around. So what it is going to do is it did get its pulverized back. Okay, let me do this. Can I make a cone? Haha! Okay. It is going to... Let me just double check here. Yep, alrighty. It's going to try and pulverize. 20 foot long, 15 feet wide. Yep, it's going to use a pulverize. I need a dex save from Quirin. And I'm going to roll one for Hope as well. It's cocked. Hope fails with a natural 1. Okay. And what did Quirin get?
19.
19. So you pass. So you'll take half of the damage unless you would like to evade or uncanny dodge. And that is going...
I can evade. Yeah, we'll do that.
Alrighty. And evade makes it where you take nothing, right?
I believe so.
Alrighty. That means you take nothing, and Hope takes 30 points of damage as the doll-like creature is hit, and her concentration breaks. She no longer has that aura of vitality around her anymore. And with that, that is the monster's go as it sticks its head. It takes its hands and pulverizes down and then sticks its head above the smoke. And it's actually going to start making its way. It's going to actually step over Quirin. So Quirin, you can take a attack of opportunity if you would like.
And he's not in the fog cloud?
Quirin is in the fog cloud.
Okay, so then at disadvantage?
You got it.
Oh, natural 1.
Alrighty. Natural 1. So how we do natural 1s
Oh, no.
is if anybody's next to you, you can attack them, but you could also attack yourself. Roll me a d20, please, as if you're going to attack something.
I meant a natural 2 is what I rolled. 16.
Is that lower or higher than your armor class?
That's lower.
Then you do not accidentally slit your hand or anything, as you can't really see in here. You're very well trained. You don't hit yourself as you try to go for it and can't, but it makes its step. It walks over you out of that cloud, and it is now there. It is now Hope's turn. Hope is going to look at Velphie. Please do not do that, as she looks angry. And she is going to cast Healing Word on the beastie that you just hit, as she does not use her action to heal you all. And that beastie gets 27 points of healing back. Alrighty. And with that, it is now... Well, actually, the beastie's going to take a legendary action, and it's going to try and bite at Ruby. Or claw at Ruby. At disadvantage, I don't think it hits with a 13. That is his legendary action. Nice. Legendary action. Friedrich, you're up.
Okay, I got a strategy. I'm going to try something. I'm going to pop out a mind sliver on it. It's an intelligence save of 16.
An intelligence save of 16, rolled an 18 on the die.
It didn't work. Nothing happens.
Okay, nothing happens. Is there anything you like to do with your bonus action or your movement?
Regret my life up until this point. Can I do that in one bonus action?
You sure can.
I don't know. No, I don't have anything else. Actually, how far? No. I will. No, that's my turn.
Alrighty, with that, I need you all to make dexterity saving throws. 20, 25.
Actually, can I move a little bit?
Sure. Go for
Just
it.
15 feet up, and then deck save.
Yep, dex save. So if everybody would make a dex save, and Velphie, you get an opportunity attack.
Okay. 17 for my deck save.
Alrighty.
Also a 17.
15.
15 hits. Roll your damage.
16, 17, 18. No, sorry. 8, 10, 11 points of piercing damage.
It takes that 11 as it's trying to run away, and you still have to go for it. It's running away. You've got to chase it. She is screaming in your head. She wants it dead now. Do not let it go away. You cannot let it go away! And with that, you got a 4, Professor Friedrich. You fail. You have been knocked prone, and you are going to take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. And what did Quirin get?
22.
You're good, as the only person who gets knocked prone is Professor Friedrich. And with that, we're back at the top of the order. Quirin, you're up.
Okay, I forgot to mention when it happened, but Mr. Beastie moved, so he got 14 thunder damage.
14 thunder, thunder damage. You got it. Yeah, boom and blade.
Thunder damage.
Thunder damage. Oh, God, I can't talk.
My favorite damage type, thunder.
Thunder. Alrighty, he took his thunder damage, and it is now your go.
We're gonna move up. If I can move, can I move? Thank you. I'm just gonna walk up behind it. We're gonna try and take a swipe at the same leg we tried when it walked away from us.
Okay.
I can booming blade that again, right? There's nothing preventing me from doing that.
Yeah, so when you attack with a action, you can just use an action to uncoat your weapon in booming blade.
Cool. That is a 16 to hit.
Ooh, okay, you still hit, barely, but you hit.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. 4, 6. 19 slashing. 1 thunder. 3 fire.
As that fire does a little bit more than you expect it to, as it takes that attack. And is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I think we'll stay put.
Alrighty. With that, it's going to use a legendary action and try to swipe at Quirin as it just got attacked with a flaming blade. I do not think that that is going to hit with a 15.
Misses.
All right, misses as it swipes wide. And with that, it is now Velphie's turn. You got to go for that student.
Okay. So Velphie, she's gonna scream. Well, not scream, but she's gonna yell at Hope. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm cursed. I have to until I can't anymore. And she's going to run. Oh, geez. 2. Wait. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then she's going to say in her head, however, you don't get this satisfaction. And she puts the rapier away and casts Starry Wisp.
Okay. Alrighty, and that is a what save?
That is not a save, it's a hit.
It's a hit. Okay, go for it.
Oh, I don't think that's going to hit. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11 does not hit.
Yeah.
Alrighty. 11 doesn't hit, and you're able to do your, as you go for it, and it just goes wide. Is there anything else I do with your bonus action or movement?
I use my movement. Bonus action. What do I have? I have inspiration. I don't. Oh, I do. Okay, I'm gonna save my bonus actions. Well, I'm not gonna do a bonus action. So that's it.
Alrighty, and with that, the BC is going to take a legendary action, and you see it grab its chest, and it starts to glow that really warm red as it heals itself. And with that, it is now Ruby's go.
I rolled concentration on Hunter's Mark and I dropped it.
Okay, got you. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, it's gone.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So let's see. I am going to keep backing up and get right here.
It will
And
take an
let's see.
opportunity of attack. Are you okay with that?
Oh, I didn't realize I was right. Oh, you know what? I totally am right there next to it. Let's just stay next to it within 5 feet.
Okay.
And I will. Let's see. I'm gonna get sneak attack anyway because it has allies. Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action disengage
You got it.
and keep backing up to right here and steady my shot. Do another attack.
Go for it.
Ooh, 19.
19 hits.
Okay. All right, that's not bad on the die. 15, 21 plus 3, 24, 28 points of damage.
All right, as you do that, 28 points of damage, and that arrow sticks in it hard. Is there anything else I do on your turn?
That's everything.
Okay, and I saw Velphie's hand go up.
Yeah, so she's taken damage and she has Hex up. It's concentration.
Hex is concentration. Okay. Roll me a Constitution saving throw. How much damage did you take? Do you remember?
Like in total?
What was the last one? I think it was 18.
I honestly don't know. It could have been 18.
Okay. What we're gonna do? Roll me a couple concentration checks, and they're all a DC of 10.
Okay. How many? I have two
Couple.
d20s.
Two.
Just two?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, 14 and 15.
All right. You keep your concentration up.
Okay. Cool. I have
And
to remember that.
I forgot it too. And with that, it's the monster's turn. And you see it look between all of you slowly, like it's just studying you all. And it'll take its paw and it'll hold it to its chest. And it'll rub, and it starts to glow this dark red. All of the wounds, all of the scorch marks start disappearing. As it looks like it is getting better and better and better and better as it heals itself and then tilts its head to all of you. And then it chuckles.
Your soul will be next.
And that is its turn. With that, it is now Hope's turn. Hope heard I'm cursed. She is going to use her action to 5, 10, 15, 20. She is going to take an opportunity attack. And she is getting hit as it swipes at her. Okay, and she gets hit pretty hard, but she is going to use her action to cast Remove Curse. Because you told her you were cursed. And you see Hope take her hand, her very doll-like mechanical hand, and she just puts it on your shoulder. And you feel this, she's screaming in your ear, I want it! And it just stops. As you feel a go through you, and the screaming stops. And that is her turn. And with that, Friedrich, you're up.
Okay, Friedrich pulls out his spell book, and out from it flies a ghastly, ghostly skeletal fist that tries to punch this thing as I cast Chill Touch on it because it keeps healing itself.
Alrighty. Go ahead.
It's a roll to hit, though. I'm sure it's got a high AC. Does a dirty 20 hit?
A dirty 20 hits.
Okay, it takes 2d8 necrotic, and it cannot heal itself until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
It takes 2 points of necrotic damage. I rolled 2 ones.
2 points is still 2 points. It cannot heal itself.
It's going to scooch by Velphie, go to the back there.
You got it. And with that, it's going to use a legendary action. The only person next to it is Quirin. Is going to try to bite at you or swipe at you. I don't think it hits, for a 13. And then I need you all to make one last dexterity saving throw.
Another
15.
17.
17, 15,
14.
14. You all pass. And what was Kieran's?
21.
21. You all pass as they all make their way out the door, and these students are no longer going to be an issue for you as they have passed you and they are scurrying out. And with that, Quirin, you're up.
This monster wasn't facing him, was it?
It is now, since it turned around and swiped at you.
So was it turned around when it was doing its healing thing?
When it was doing its healing thing, it was facing, like, it kind of studied each of you. So it was kind of just turning in its spot, like its head was moving. But it did just turn around and swipe at you.
Was there any... Other than the wounds healing, was there anything, like, in the chest? Like, I don't know, glowing, something that seemed active?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, a natural 20.
Natural 20. Alrighty. So with a natural 20, you see like this amulet that has been buried and like tucked up into his chest, and that is what is pulsing and making it glow this red color.
Okay. Can we try and stab it?
Yeah, it's about 10 feet, 15 feet above your head.
Okay, then we'll use another face step to get that height.
You got it. Go for it.
Also has to make another wisdom save.
All right. It rolled a 6 on the die, but it's going to use a legendary resistance.
Oh, unbelievable. Okay. Then 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Uh, 20 slashing damage, 1 thunder, and 7 fire.
Alrighty. As you attack it and you hit it, it looks pretty embedded into its chest. So you are able to hit it, but it doesn't crack.
Okay.
As it seems like it's a part of this creature now. So the creature takes damage as you try to attack that.
Gotcha. And then I think that's it. We'll stay right where we are.
Alrighty. And with that, Velphie, you're up.
So with that voice disappearing, she's gonna look at Hope and say, I thank you so much. I appreciate it. I promise I do. But I'm gonna go attack this thing now, and thank you. And then she's gonna go 5, 10, 15 back and take out the short bow with the fire arrow thingy. And she's going arrow of fire, and she's going to shoot it.
Go for it.
And that is going to be a 16.
16 hits.
Okay. So that is 1d6. Okay. It's 3 points of piercing, and then I think it's another d6 of fire. Yes. And 5 points of fire damage.
You got it. As that fire singes it really hard. Is there anything else I do on your turn? As that voice is gone and you shoot it.
She's going to just be happy.
She's gonna be happy. Alrighty, with that, it is going to use a legendary action, and again, Quirin's the closest to it. That is not hit with a 11. It is now Ruby's go.
Okay, Ruby is gonna keep backing up. She never takes her eyes off of this thing. Get back here in the corner. Continue to shake off that saliva. And then pull the ring of fire off her finger.
Ooh.
And give it a nice little toss and try to aim right through it towards this thing.
Go for it.
All right. Can I use a bonus action to steady my shot again?
Let's see. I believe so. What exactly did the Ring of Fire say? Because it takes an action or attack action to throw it.
If you use an attack to toss this ring in the air, you can use your next attack to shoot an arrow or bolt through it.
Okay. And Ruby only gets one attack, correct?
Uh-huh.
So I'm thinking with that, you're able to toss it, and then the next shot you'll be able to take through it. So
Okay.
you only have one attack. Is that cool?
That's cool.
Cool. All right, so you throw the ring up, and you bonus action steady your shot. And then you'll be able to take the shot next turn.
Sounds good.
All right, is there anything else you'd like to do?
That's it.
All righty. It is the monster's go. The monster cannot heal itself, but we're going to see if it gets it back. It does not. Does it get its pulverizer back? It does not. And it is going to... It sees somebody it hasn't eaten yet. So it is going to move 5, 10, 15. Get right up here. And it's going to try and use all of its attacks against Professor Friedrich. Quirin, will you go? It moved more than 5 feet. So it gets those two two booming blade d8s, right?
Booming blade of thunder damage.
Yes.
Thunder damage.
9 thunder.
9. All right, sounds good. And then you also get an opportunity attack.
That is a 13 to hit.
13 does not hit as it stalks over towards Professor Friedrich and is going to take 3 attacks against you. Let's see. The first 2 are claws as it swipes, and that is going to be at disadvantage. That is going to be a 24 for the first one.
That'll do it, yeah.
The next one is going to be a 23.
That'll also do it.
Alrighty.
And those aren't at disadvantage anymore, but...
That first one is going to be 9, 14 slashing. Next one is going to be 13 points of slashing. And then it's going to try and bite you. But I don't think the bite is going to hit with a 13.
It does not.
Velphie, saw your hand go up.
I still have Hex up and I forgot to roll the necrotic damage.
All right, go ahead and do that.
Because we, right?
Yeah, because you haven't taken any more damage. So go ahead and roll the necrotic for that.
Okay, 4.
4, you got it. Alrighty. And with that, Professor Friedrich, you got hit 2 out of the 3 times. It is snarling above you as it slashes deep into you, and that is its turn. It is now Hope's go. Hope is going to stay underneath its foot. Not underneath its foot, but on the side, and she's going to cast Healing Word on Quirin. For... Where's my... There it is. You get... 29 points of healing back on a level 1 healing word.
I just look at her, flash a quick little smile like, oh, thank you. And then right back into focus mode on the thing.
Nice.
On the monster.
I cast it at 3rd level on accident. Never mind. So you get your... you get 29 points of healing back.
Well, now,
29
now
on
he
level
just,
1.
he just doesn't mean it anymore.
Oh, but that is her turn. She is not moving. She does give you 29 points of healing back. It is now Professor Friedrich's go.
Okay, this thing's right up in my face. It's snarling. It's drooling. I'm going to rear back my fist, reach forward, and just daintily touch it on the knee and cast Vampiric Touch.
Okay.
So roll to hit. And man, I hope I hit. Natural 20 for a 28. So it's 3d6. So would it be 18 plus 3d6?
Yes. 18 plus 3d6. And you get half of that back for your health.
I do. How fortuitous. Good rolls too. Okay, so 18 plus 14 is 32 points of damage. Necrotic. And I heal 16 then.
Alrighty. You get that 16 points back as you cast Vampiric Touch, and it looks like it just drains the life out of you. You see a pulse from its chest, like, come towards you almost. And with that, is there anything you'd like to do on your turn?
Yeah, I'm going to use my other hand to pop my healing potion as my bonus action.
Okay, roll for it.
Hey, not bad. 9 points.
9 points. Alrighty. And is there anything else you'd like to do?
I don't want to move, so no, that'll be it.
Okay, it's going to take a legendary action. It's going to try and bite you. One was a natural 20. The other one was a 3.
Well,
It rolls
It
those
should-
at disadvantage.
every time?
Yep,
Regardless.
regardless.
Okay, good.
For that specific attack as it misses. And with that, it is now, we're back at the top of the order. Quirin, what you doing?
I had a quick question on how a spell would work. So, Silent Image is a cube of 15 feet. Does it need to be one image within that 15 feet, or can it be like a kind of a cluster of things in that 15 feet?
I think since it says, unless it's worded differently, since it says silent image, I think there's only one image.
Okay, I wasn't sure if the whole thing counted as an image.
How is it worded?
You create the image of an object, creature, or some other visible phenomenon no larger than 15 feet. Okay. I think, let's see. I think we're gonna roll just another attack, booming blade it.
Go for it.
Probably hacking at the same leg that he had earlier for a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Okay. Well, that was better. Let's see, 7. 23 piercing. 2 thunder.
Okay.
And then 8 fire. And then we are going to quicken spell, silent image, and put let's see, he's facing. We'll put another one of Quirin right next to where Friedrich is.
Alrighty. So I'm just gonna... There we go. We're gonna mark the fake with a little red dot. Is that where you wanted to put him?
That's perfect.
Alrighty. And can it save against that? To see if it realizes it's a fake?
Yeah, it is a, let's see, investigation check.
Okay, it's an investigation check. No, it fails. It thinks that one's real. Alrighty. With that, is there anything else you do on your turn?
I think that'll be it.
All right, it's going to take a legendary action and try to bite at Hope. And it hits. Alrighty. And with that, it is now Velphie's go.
Velphie, she's gonna go back to her roots and she's gonna cast Bane on it.
Okay, that's concentration. That will lose your hex.
I know.
Okay.
That. We're gonna try it anyway.
Okay, what is the save?
Charisma 17.
Charisma of 17. Alrighty, that is a 16, but it's going to use a legendary resistance. And is now neither baned nor hexed.
Okay.
And is there anything else you do on your turn?
Cry, I think. Do I want to move? No. I think that's going to be it.
Okay. And with that, it is now Ruby's go. Ruby, what would you like to do?
She has her aim steadied, and this thing has moved just a little bit, so she's going to step just to the right.
You got it.
Looking at that ring and take a shot.
Go for it at advantage.
Oh, I hope this works. It's a natural 20 and a 19.
Alrighty, with a natural 20 and a 19, explain to me how this arrow goes through the ring and what it does.
Yeah, she is just concentrating and has just like goo across her face and has little like puncture marks on her, and she just watches it fall, and then she just slowly like just closes her eyes and just lets herself feel it out as she lets it go. And lets out just like a tiny breath, and like just knowing that she was kind of made to do this sort of thing. And as the arrow approaches the ring, I feel like she hears that little like ting as it hits the arrowhead, and she gives a little smile and opens her eyes.
All right, roll your damage. And since it's a natural 20, take the max of everything.
Okay, so that would be 8 for the arrow and 16 for sneak attack, and then 16 for the fire damage. So that is 38. No, 6 plus 6, 32 plus 8 equals 40. So 40's the max of like just the dice.
Okay. Doing math here. Okay. So without rolling, you've done 56 points of damage. Because fire.
Oh,
You've done
okay.
56 points of damage without rolling. So go ahead and roll.
Okay, so I'll roll the fire first. All right, so that's 9, 6, 15 points of additional fire. And then sneak attack is, that's not bad. 12, 16, 18 sneak attack. The arrow does another 3. And then just +4 for the modifier. So that's 36 plus 4. Another 40. Awesome.
Hold on. I'm doing math. I can do it. Everything's fine.
Oh, I did the math wrong the first time. I said it was 4 times 4. It's 24 points each. Oh, why am I so bad at this? +8. 48 plus 8. So the base was 56, like you said. Okay, and then +40.
What was your fire then? Because your fire's doubled.
Yeah, the fire in for the first one would have been 48 points, and then plus 15 times 2, which is 30.
Okay.
Now
I just
have
pulled out
numbers.
the calculator. I should have just did this from the start.
I
All
know.
right. So your base was 72 points without rolling.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll. What was the fire then for your rolled, since you get 4 or an extra dice?
I rolled 15 on the dice.
Okay. Okay, so that's still the same. Okay. Okay, 102 plus.
And then an additional 21 plus 25 on top of that.
Want to take a wild guess how much damage you just did?
I wish I knew because I wrote down all the numbers and it means nothing to me.
You just did, in one attack, 127 points of damage.
Holy moly.
And with that, 127, how do you want to take out the beastie?
Oh my gosh. She gives that little smile, and as her vision focuses again on this beast, the fire has that slight smokiness to it that she's really used to as it swirls around the arrow and grows bigger and then just engulfs the chest of this thing. In just one fell swoop, leaving just a giant scorch mark across its chest. And she does a little like fancy to her crossbow.
I love that. And as you leave that big scorch mark on its chest, it screams. And then you all hear,
I am not done.
Oh shit.
as it falls and perishes. And you all are out of combat. And its lifeless corpse is laying crashed onto some of the pews and altars that have been turned into like dinner tables as it wrecks the floor underneath it and hits with a loud bang.
Is everybody okay?
Velphie is going to run straight to Hope and give her a hug.
When you go to hug Hope, she's kind of like bits and pieces. She looks like a wrecked doll. You can tell like one of her arms is kind of like loosely hanging on by like a piece of wire. And like she's barely holding on together. And as you hug her, she just stands there. And she accepts it, of course, but she has no idea what's going on. So she just stands there and just lets you hug her.
She's just going to say, thank you. Thank you so much.
Will you stop attacking my students now?
Yes. Yeah.
Are you
That's-
hurt?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and she points to the gash marks across her chest.
She casts Cure Wounds on you for... Oh, I did the wrong one. I've been doing that a lot with her today. You get 24 points of healing.
Oh, thank you. I think we should see if anyone else needs any help. Does anyone need any more health? Are we okay? How is everyone? Are we good?
I've
Who is
been
that?
better.
Why are there two of you?
I'm good. As then when he says that the other image disappears. He's after saying that he's gonna take out the sending stone. Just finally respond. They didn't need it. Put the stone back. And then did the monster fall on its stomach or on its back?
It kind of fell like almost, the best way I can describe it is like an animal that's been hunted. It fell on its side.
He's gonna Kieran's gonna walk around right to the chest and just as he's like flicking like blood off of his sword and then puts it back on his back. How this whatever amulet sort of whatever it was, like how deep is it?
It looks like it's underneath layers and layers of skin and it just pulses slightly. But you roll me an Arcana.
17.
With a 17, you can tell the pulse is weakening, like it was attached to this creature, but it's underneath layers and layers and layers of skin.
Okay. Yeah, I think he'll just stay there and look at it for a second as that pulse slowly dies. Yeah, and then do the same. Look at everyone, be sure everyone is okay, and then just look back at Velphie with a little nod. If everyone is okay, that is.
Yeah, does anyone express interest in getting health back?
I'm going to sit down on the closest pew, whatever it is.
Does Professor Friedrich look really hurt?
He looks okay. He looks a little roughed up.
Hope will walk over to you if Velphie has let her go.
Yeah.
Okay. And she
stepped away.
just very gently touch you, and then you will get 31 points of healing back. And then she looks at Ruby. How's Ruby looking?
Slimy.
Slimy. She's going to walk over to you as well. Since you look really slimy, she's going to assume that you're really hurt. And she will give you 59 points of healing back.
Dang. She'll just mutter to Hope. I wonder what it would have felt like if it had choked on me.
Well, choking feels like a very tight sensation, I believe, and there is a maneuver to get things out of your throat. So I guess it would feel like something was wrapping around you?
I meant for it.
Oh, well, I can imagine it feels like something is lodged in its throat.
I'd imagine. Oh. Friend or foe, is this the person Sea-Pear sent to us? Came at a good time.
Yeah. She sent me. I'm glad I could help. I think you guys had it handled just fine.
Your arrival was quite fortuitous. Thank you.
I mean, It's not like you didn't help.
I try. What's the goal here? What are you doing?
Well, that was the immediate goal, which we've achieved, thanks to your help. And Hope, thank you as well.
I did not really do anything. I was just here to make sure you did not die and you did not, and she looks at Velphie, hurt my students.
I really tried not to. I tried to resist it, but I couldn't. But now that you have removed this curse, I don't have to listen to that voice anymore. It's gone.
I am glad I do not have voices in my head.
It's gone. It will not cause you any more harm.
I don't think so, no. And I would imagine like the rapier, I feel like had this kind of like malevolent energy, right? And with the curse being broken, it just kind of dissipated. And I don't want to say that the rapier looks dull, but it doesn't look as menacing as it did before. Is now it's just, it says it's a +1 rapier, so it's just not scary looking anymore.
What is the most mundane item you could melt it down as? I think it deserves to be punished.
Well, it's the only rapier I have right now, so I am going to keep it. It's fond memories, right?
Is it free of the curse or just you?
No, the curse is, I think it feels broken. Like I'm no longer cursed and this item is no longer cursed. The rapier isn't. It doesn't, I mean, you want to hold it? You want to try?
No, thank you. Ruby, I vote dinner plate or maybe a goblet.
Dinner plate.
Not that this is a democratic thing, but if you were to ask my opinion, I'll give it preemptively.
Perhaps a fond memory is also good. But I also like dinner plate.
Dinner plate seems useful.
And also, with this being the first time Quirin has seen you all, do you want to describe what you look like?
Velphie will walk over to Quirin and hold out her hand like a handshake. And she'll say, "Hi, I'm Velphie." And you see a pink tiefling. She's got pink eyes, black curly hair. She's wearing a white shirt, black corset, black pants and boots, rapier on her hip, and she's got a bag of holding on the other side. And you kind of get this very happy-go-lucky energy.
He'll meet her hand, shake it. Quirin, my pleasure.
Quirin. Everybody, this is Quirin.
A little awkward hi.
Hello, Quirin. My name is Friedrich. I was a professor at one time. Now I'm just tired. And you see like an older, half orcish, half elf. I'd say sitting down, sort of hunched forward on his knees. Big white beard, what little hair he has left on his head is very wispy and probably sort of sticking out right now due to everything that just happened. But fairly large for an older man, like 6'5", pushing 300 pounds of mass.
God, nice to meet you. How old are you?
I forget sometimes. Right around the time this all started, I guess. But time's been kind of funny lately.
I was gonna guess just about that same age. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pleasure to meet you.
He just nods.
And I am Ruby Mortem. This is also, I guess, I don't know. I have a little fraction of a soul with me. It doesn't have a name right now. But it's here and it's alive. And she walks up and gives you a little pat on the back while she goes to check outside. And as she wanders past, you see she has black hair that has probably looked cleaner with a white streak through it. She has very pale, like grayish skin, dark circles under her eyes. She's wearing leathers and has kind of a cat-like stalk to her. And also probably doesn't smell great right now.
Then as she walks away, he's gonna eye whatever she motioned with the little soul thing, whatever that was on her side, and just, friend, by the way.
Noted.
And just stare curiously at the soul thing.
It looks like a little piece of cloth, right? That's how you made it, like a piece of cloth, like a little hammock.
Yep.
Roll me a perception check.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, it is just a piece of fabric. You don't see anything in it.
Oh, okay. I'm glad I got a dirty 20 for that.
But Ruby, are we safe? Is everything? We're not dead. Not dead.
I'm not. We're not dead. It was a close one, though. It was strong. Did you feel what it felt like in its mouth?
I don't think I have those kinds of feelings.
That's curious. Could you tell that there was peril? What did you feel?
I felt... What did Ruby feel?
She felt very much alive.
I felt a tingling sensation. Very strange sensation. Maybe happy? I do not know. Are we going to be in the mouth of another creature to get this feeling again?
I don't think so. Doesn't seem like it happens all that often since it was my first time. Well, who knows? You're more talkative than the other ones. Usually when they get a safe place, they just like to talk to themselves and complain. The dialogue is different.
Is different bad? Am I a demon, as mentioned earlier?
Maybe, but demons aren't all bad.
And then you can tell it starts to panic a little bit. Velphie? 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 Velphie?
That's not my name.
And it looks like it's trying to find Velphie.
Oh, Velphie. I think it wants to know you more. Does that make you uncomfortable? It's saying your name. It's so excited.
Yeah, sure. And she'll look at the hammock. It's empty to her, right?
You see nothing.
And she'll just kind of glance up at Ruby and like a, okay. And she'll say, hi.
Ruby, you see it swirl around Velphie's head.
She's just watching it. It's so strange to see it want someone else to call to someone else. What are you doing? Are you calling to it, Velphie?
I don't think so.
I'll do it.
What it... Hey, soul.
And it stops. And it just, like, you can tell it's like rotating. Just slightly, like its curiosity is piqued. And then just, Velphie. And then almost like it's satisfied, it goes back to its hammock.
Can I try to understand a little bit more about like what just happened and the process it just went through?
Roll me an insight. The DC will be pretty high just because it has no facial features. All you can hear is it talk.
12.
You don't know what in the world's going on. It left its hammock. It started circling. You don't hear these kind of voices. You hear voices, not this kind of voice, as it just seems curious and does not want to go in a doll. So something's weird about it. But you're not sure what process this one's going in. It does seem fragmented.
It's so strange. I think it likes being close to you. There's comfort there.
Well,
But-
if I can stay close by, if that helps with the voices and...
Let's keep doing that. It's so strange. I have never thought that I would be able to talk to people about the souls and to have one that wants to know other people. It's
I can stay close by. I don't have an issue with that.
it's just thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Whatever you need.
Okay. Professor or Quirin, did you see the soul?
We didn't.
I see the little hammock that I assume this soul sits on.
No.
I don't see anything.
That's kind of usual. So
I think I'd seen a soul before, though, but I don't see one now.
That's okay. If it's still just me, that's okay. And I don't think that beastie over there had any lingerers. I think it was empty.
It's different. It was an anomaly for certain.
If you all are looking at the beast, roll me a perception check.
Can I also check and just make sure it's dead?
Roll me a medicine check.
I should roll both.
Yes.
Perception's a 7.
21 for perception.
10.
11.
Alrighty. Velphie, for just a moment, it's almost like you see something blue lift from it, and then it just gets yanked down.
Like into the ground or back into its body?
Roll me another perception check, because it's a big boy.
Hey, boy. Oh, no. 12.
12. You're not 100% certain, but you see something just very faintly, a little blue speck. It's not a full circle. Starts rising out of it and yanked, not a full circle.
Ruby, I think I may have seen a piece of its soul. I don't know where it went, but it went up and then down. But
Piece? Like this one? Like not fully there?
it wasn't. It looked like a piece of a circle.
And where did it go? Where does it have to be? Very curious.
I don't know. And she looks at Ruby and she's gonna say, I truly believe you that you can see souls.
I'm glad you don't fancy me a liar. Or it's a little crazy. Why reiterate? I don't need the comfort.
Just, I mean, I've never seen one, and I saw one, and it's just seeing it solidified. You know, it's different.
So we're like in a soul club now or something, right?
Soul Club. She'll hold out her hand for like a high five.
Soul club. Can I try to find the ring, or is it just like gone?
Oh, yeah. So the ring, you are definitely able to roll me a perception check as like you walked away from that area and now you got to go find it again.
Okay, that's a 23.
With a 23, you see something shiny on the ground that you're able to pick up and your ring is back with you. And it is, you can use it again.
Give it a little kiss.
One ring.
What now? Oh,
I rolled a 16 on that medicine check.
It's dead.
It said it would return, but it's dead.
oh, the soul.
So I don't know what that means.
Well, if it
Professor
does,
Friedrich, did you say that out loud?
I did, yeah. I'm like down there more or less checking its pulse.
well, if
So
it
the
does,
soul. Oh, go ahead, Quirin.
well, if it does, just hopefully not while we're still here, and just kicks an arm.
On that we agree. Hopefully this place is a lot more friendly to pedestrian tourists like ourselves.
But Velphie, you saw the soul was yanked down.
Yeah. It went up and then just.
And we're trying to find somewhere hidden underneath the city. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
And his little dying threat was to return.
Yes, it was.
Do you think it's under us now? We didn't find any way down.
Not yet.
Can Velphie just walk to the entryway and two things: survey like what it looks like if the students are like just meandering or if they've like left, and what time it is.
So y'all got in here at about 7:30-ish. It's probably around 8:39 now. Getting later into the evening. You do notice that these students have kind of just ran. You don't see them roaming around this area. It looks like they have just booked it any way they can. So you don't see any of them roaming around, but this whole entryway is completely ruined. But roll me a perception check as you were surveying.
19.
With a 19, you do see from here the administrative building. And again, front door of that beautiful building is completely off its rocker. Like, it's not there anymore. It's very similar to this building. You see, like, banners have been pulled into the administrative building. Like, it has collected pieces of fabric and done something with them.
She'll turn back to the group. Well, we had a victory. It is getting a little late. I don't see any of those students around. Perhaps we should think about hunkering down for the night. Quirin, you are more than welcome. Well, I don't want to speak for everybody. I'm okay if you stay.
Well, I hope so. I was told to come here and aid you in whatever way I can. So
I certainly wouldn't want to send you back out there. I mean, you just helped us. So, but is this a good place? Hope, do you have somewhere for your students? Is there something we can do?
I will probably have to round them up. I shall go do that now. This place, you kind of ruined it.
Yes, of course. How rude of us.
It is okay. I will find a place for the students to rest their heads, and if you would like to join us, you can. I do ask that you not ruin it.
To our immediate group, not to Hope. I do agree. Rest would be great. Quirin, you asked our objective. First, it was to secure the place, which we have now done. There is an underground chamber somewhere we're looking for, so perhaps you could aid us in that as well.
find some underground place, possibly fight another monster that's resurrect itself. That sounds great. Yeah, we'll do that.
As I'm talking, I don't want to walk around the beast and sort of like stomp my heel on the ground and just hear if it sounds hollower anywhere more than usual.
Roll me investigation.
Can I aid by putting my ear down to the floor to listen?
Go for it, yeah. Do you want to roll or do you want to give him advantage?
I'll give you advantage.
Okay, good. I rolled a 9 the first time. A little better. 13.
With a 13, you don't necessarily hear any hollowness as you start stomping around and everything. Y'all checked the temple pretty well before the beastie showed up, and you did not find a stairway down anywhere. And you all were and are able to come to the conclusion it's not in this building.
Okay, just the soul being yanked down got Friedrich thinking. Got me thinking. I don't think it's here. We probably knew that, but...
Well, I guess we should scout out a place to stay. It looks like the beast was making some sort of home in the admin building. We could stay in the admin building. Or we could pick a different one. I don't know.
Well, my boss is no longer here, so you may go into the administrative building.
Oh, I didn't even think about asking. I am so sorry.
Permission granted.
Thank you.
I don't know if I want to push my luck that much in one day. I'm not sure what else might be in there, and I've been reminded of my own mortality yet again, and I don't know. Are there other options?
Uh, we we went into divination. I can't remember.
Y'all went into divination. That's where you got your crystal mirror.
Okay, and we went into conjuration. We went into evocation.
One of them we heard stomping in and ran out, didn't we?
Yes.
Let's
No,
not sleep
y'all
on that one.
pissed it off and had it go downstairs. That's the one y'all mage hand.
Still don't want to sleep in that one.
Would we have seen the dorms on the top right corner of the map?
I'm gonna say yes. Top right corner next to divination. Y'all know those are pretty much messed up.
Okay.
Anywhere that had lots of people at it at once are pretty much in ruins. So the dorms, now the ones y'all have been to. So the divination building, the transmutation building, the illusion building.
All those are ruined?
Yeah, it crashed into the illusion building
darn.
last time. So y'all pretty much have intact the temple, the admin building, and the. I don't think y'all went into evocation, and I don't think you went in the practice hall.
Our options are limited. Maybe admin is best if it's empty. Better than sleeping next to this corpse.
Yeah.
Prefer
It'll
not to
cut-
be in the same room, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll cut our journey down for tomorrow, since we'll already be there.
Several hundred feet of walking less. We can go
Mhm.
ahead and do it. I love the efficiency.
Energy saved.
So
Fine
to
by me.
admin, Quirin, did you bring a mount?
No, I didn't.
Swift foot, are you? You
It's
can have
simpler.
mine.
I can have yours.
I'm not attached. I don't need to get attached.
Nor do I.
Most people do.
Do you point to Baymont?
Yeah.
Kieran, you know that horse.
Dun dun.
It was Tilly's.
So I guess he would say, I don't need to, or I don't need to either, whatever exactly I said. Without looking at where she's pointing. After she points, he'll just like kind of turn his head. Maybe for a bit, if you're offering.
Sure. Everyone's allowed to change their mind.
I appreciate the allowance.
Can I do an insight check on like the quick change on seeing the horse?
Go ahead.
23?
That's pretty
I
high.
don't know. Well, it's not like he was trying to lie about anything. What would I? Would I have to roll anything? I don't even know.
If you don't want to, you don't have to. If you were trying to disguise that emotion, though, or hide it, roll me a stealth check to see if you can hide that emotion, because I don't think persuasion or deception fit.
Sure. All right, 17. So, I don't think there's much emotion attached to the change, at least like visual. I think she'd be able to tell that he recognizes it, and maybe there's a subtle softness that you could probably see in his eyes, as he kind of has a prolonged look at it. I think he's also really curious as to how it ended up here and Ruby's possession.
She'll just lead him over and hand you the reins.
He'll just take it and slowly, gently pet the side of its face.
Roll me an animal handling check.
Uh, 17.
17. With a 17, you get the sense that this horse, like animals show very much when they're heartbroken. This animal hurts and it has that persona about it. And when it sees you and it knows you, it droops its head a little bit and it puts its forehead like against your chest and just stands there.
What would be... Oh no, that wouldn't be much. Is it possible to say that maybe he has like a carrot or an apple or something that he can just give it?
Yeah, we can say it's part of like your rations or you just picked it up somewhere.
Cool. So he'll do that and give it to the horse.
Very slow chews.
I just continue to pet it and then look back at Ruby and just a little nod.
It does need an owner. Seapair mentioned that. I'm not fit. Never have been. So
Oh, she gave it to you?
she said I could take him here.
I think that counts. Why don't you want him?
Animals die. And when things that you love die, they leave a hole in your heart. Every little ladybug, every little caterpillar, every lizard, gone. I think they deserve better. If I have them, who knows what will happen.
He just kind of nods his head, looking back at the horse, responding to the part that everything dies and they leave a hole. Sounds like you have plenty of experience. Yes, they do.
Who doesn't?
Love to meet something that doesn't.
Me too. Well, shall we go to admin? You can sheath your sword, take a load off. Doesn't that sound great? As she wants to edge out of the death conversation.
Yeah, that sounds brilliant. Let's go. And then she's going to walk over to Straya and she's going to start heading over to the admin building.
Alrighty, you grab Straya, and Straya just starts blepping as she just saw this big creature. She didn't understand it. I don't know what's going on. So big old blep just like looking at you like,
She's gonna push it in and just like give a really quick rub, and she's not gonna get on her. I think she's just gonna lead her to the admin building.
And you're able to start making your way to admin building.
I'd do something similar. Find Beatrice, give her a few head scratches, and just start walking that way.
Following suit with the lead in hand.
You all are able to make your way to admin building. And as you make it to the administration building, this building is made of tarnished white stones with, again, that blue and gold marble inlay. And as you walk in, you all will see a large broken door, like on the outside of the steps. It looks like it has just slid down them. And the sides of the wall have been cracked as this thing pushed its way through the original door because it would not fit. And you all, as you continue your way in, see large broken shelves on the walls that used to be adorned with books and histories and things of that nature. They're all broken, and all of those materials have just crashed and broken on the floor. You see broken artifacts that have barely any glow left. Looks like they used to light up this building, and they have that small little pulse to them, but that's it. It's broken. This thing completely ransacked this area, trying to get out or trying to find whoever it was looking for, which you all have determined was Friedrich and Velphie. And you all see, finally, at the very back wall, it's a welcome desk. But the welcome desk has been shattered and broken into bits, and then there's 2 bookshelves behind it. Old banners for Esarora have been drug in. Like, it's just dragged them all in, and it has turned this space into a den, and it has started taking the banners and anything soft and fluffy and put it in the center of the room and made a bed out of it.
Kind of cute.
Well, there's no need to make our bedrolls out tonight because there's a bed already.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
It built a nest.
I feel like you don't sleep in the bed of something you just killed. It's a rule somewhere.
Or maybe it's a right. I don't know.
It could be that. Maybe we've earned the bed. Regardless, though, I assume if it was safe enough for this thing, it's safe enough for us tonight.
Well, we do have a new friend, so perhaps since we don't have a door, we may need to do watches again. Just in case, because those students are still out there.
I can stay up. I don't sleep much, so it's fine.
Me neither. We can split it if you want to.
And there's like a slight like squint. It's very subtle from Quirin, but he goes, "Okay, yeah, we can split."
Okay, it's decided.
Who's taking the bed? I don't want it.
I'm good. And she picks a little, like, kind of not like far away, but like a little more out of the way from the bed little spot.
Ruby, you seemed excited for it. I don't think anyone's going to challenge you for it either.
I really just want to loot it. You think it left any little treasures?
Doesn't hurt to look.
Only one way to find out.
She dives in the bed.
All right, you dive in. Are you looking or are you just getting cozy?
I'm looking to see if it like left anything.
All right, roll me an investigation check.
I think that is not good. Okay. Investigation 12.
Okay, with a 12, you can tell it pulled anything soft and fluffy that it could find. So it's a bunch of banners, like it pulled the banners off the walls and things like that. It's almost like you get the sense that this was the only remaining part of this thing's humanity. It liked something soft, it liked something fluffy, and like it took that from it being a humanoid and made itself a little bed for it to sleep in. But it's just soft things. It's got like the banners, it's got any kinds of fabric it could find. It found some fluffy fur from something. You have no idea where that came from. But like it found probably a student maybe. It found Fluffy and put it in the center of the room.
If no one wants it, I'll claim it. I think one of the worst things in life is trying to get your bedroll back in that little sack it comes in.
That's a fair point. But I will take that inconvenience tonight.
The bed is mine.
Kieran, do you want to stay up first, or would you like me to? I have no preference.
I can go first.
Okay. With that, Friedrich's going to go find a quiet little corner with Beatrice and hang out for just a little bit.
And your old goat follows you. And as you all are preparing for bed, is there anything you would like to do before you go to sleep?
I think Ruby will scoot over next to Quirin. Did you come from outside of Shadowfen?
What gave you that idea?
I did, but I just realized not everyone does. Where do you come from?
Not from around here, that's for sure.
Far
Feywild.
away.
Feywild is far away.
And give him a really close look. Have I seen this type of humanoid before?
Roll me a history check.
Well, that's not bad. History. How smart am I? Dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, maybe once or twice in passing.
Feywild. Why come here? Why Limbo?
Wandering, I suppose. I don't totally know why. Been trying to figure that out for a while.
You have no memories or no purpose.
Memories are there. I would say no purpose. And he's like matching. If Ruby gave him like this, like a closer look, he's almost matching that. Just like, we're trying to cross-examine each other, huh?
And you're totally fine coming to help us? Strangers? Is it because you trust Sea Pair?
I trust anyone who will give me the opportunity to make something new. That's what I'm here for, I think.
Your answers dance around so nicely. I think we're gonna have a good time getting to know one another.
I hope we do. Where are you from? You never told me.
Far, far away. Wildwood.
That's somewhere where Quirin would know, right?
Check your secrets.
Okay.
That's
I'll check my secrets too.
yeah.
I want
It's a nice little
secrets.
slogan. Check your secrets.
You have no clue.
Okay. Where's that from here? From where we are?
This way. North, west. But also, time doesn't have a direction, does it? I think they might be in a different time there, because it doesn't match what it is here.
A different time. How long have you been here?
4 months. How long have you been here?
And he definitely stops and thinks for a second. 8 years, but time might move a little differently too. Why here? Why leave where you were?
That's a really good question. I just happened to be here.
Well, that's not much of an answer. I gave you a little bit more than that.
Did you?
A little bit. Gave you a little bit more than that.
You said you were... And you hear her voice drop, and it almost sounds like a mimic of yours. Wandering.
And then in the exact mimic of Ruby's voice, that's what I said. And that is the full truth.
What is your story? Mine is that I was dropped into Shadowfen, not knowing where I was going.
When you say dropped, well, like in an instant you were here, or something actually took you here?
Something, someone of great power. If I had to guess, it's the guest from my dreams.
Don't know specifics then.
Yeah. I don't
Insight
know that much
check.
either.
Insight. Damn it.
So insight versus persuasion or deception for us, whichever one you want to do.
Well,
I
you
think
gotta
she
beat
just doesn't really know how to tell her own story. So it might be deception of just like, I'm just saying what comes to mind because it's really cloudy for me.
It is up to you.
Oh, shit. Okay. It might be persuasion. I'll say persuasion. I have less of a bonus to persuasion. 24.
Wow. I think that's bigger than a 4.
What
So he gets
she
nothing
says
off
is
of that.
true. What she says is true.
And you can tell there's sincere confusion and like curiosity on her face.
Well, that's fine. I guess we don't have too many answers for each other then. At least not now.
Not now. But Velphie and the professor, they're good companions. I just joined them as well, so not been here too long. Just a couple days.
Do you ask them all the same questions? Or am I getting a special treatment here?
I met them with Seapair. She saw them, talked with them in her office. Just
So you
wanted to
didn't-
make sure.
So you didn't feel the need to question them? Pry, see what they have to say?
We played word association games, if that counts. No, I want to trust, but I'm just not naturally trusting.
I would assume when first meeting Seapair, right? That's how you pronounce it? Okay. I would imagine she puts us all through the same questions, the same little looks. So she's the one who sent me here, and if she trusts me, you trust her. I think that's a pretty easy equation to solve. I mean, I'm trusting you guys.
You see her shoulders kind of relax as you mention the questions that Seapair asks. That's right. It all adds up. Yeah, good equation. Nighty-night. And she'll stand up and go root around in the bed and get comfortable.
And it's pretty comfy. It's not like, the house you just were at comfy, but it's pretty comfy. And with that, we're going to pan to Velphie real quick. Is there anything you wanted to do before you go to sleep?
Velphie, she's kind of just thinking about like she very close brush with death and just kind of thinking about all the things she has, and she's going to pull out her wooden fox and she's going to say, "Never forget how much you mean to me. You're my everything, my reason for fighting, my reason for living. You're amazing. And I love you."
You get a response back pretty quickly. "I love you too. Are you okay? Is this something I should worry about again? Because last time you sent me a message like this was..." And it cuts off because he runs out of words.
Let's see. She's gonna use a spell slot for sending, so that way he doesn't have to use his stone. What gives you that idea? No, everything is fine. Just, yeah, almost died.
Are you safe now? If not, fuck this mission I am on. I'm coming to you.
We said we could upcast sendings, right?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, shit. Okay, wait, so I can cast it at 4th level?
You can.
Okay. She's gonna respond. "No. I'm good. We have a new member. See, Pear sent him. Stay on your mission. I will see you when we're back." Keep in touch.
You get another response back. "All right. I love you. You are my everything too. Please be safe. Good luck with your new member."
She just kind of settles in and actually she's gonna send another sending to her dad. "Hey Dad, just checking in. I miss you. Hope to see you soon. Mission is going okay so far. Excited to get back though."
It takes a little bit longer for him, but he does respond. "I miss you too, kiddo. Be careful. I'm trying not to fall asleep on the couch again. Be safe, love you."
Okay. And now she's just gonna settle in for the night.
Alrighty, and you're able to get settled in for the night. We're going to pan over to Professor Friedrich. Is there anything you're doing before you go to sleep?
No. I don't think we could hear it, but could we see that sort of intellectual fencing match between Ruby and Quirin?
Well, the room is pretty big, but I don't think... Were you two trying to hide that conversation? Then I'm going to say, yeah.
Not really.
You can hear it. They're not hiding it.
I meant just like see it. I haven't figured I'm on the other side of the room probably, but they were like in each other's face, giving looks and stuff. So I was just wondering if we could see that interaction, body language.
You could see it now. If you don't, you don't know if you'll be able to understand it. So roll me insight.
Natural 1.
You just see them up in each other's face. You don't know if this is a new romantic thing between young people or if they're angry at each other or what kind of thing this is, but they're up in each other's face, just kind of like squinting eyes and everything.
They're either in love, hate each other, or checking each other's teeth for spinach.
So that is what you get with a natural 1.
Okay, I'm going to go to sleep.
Okay. Velphie.
Is it possible while that conversation was happening for Velphie to have perceived anything, or is it?
You definitely would have seen it. You can roll me insight too.
Okay. It's a natural 1.
Yeah, you don't know if this is just maybe you've been in a relationship for a while. You don't know if this is something new and maybe you just missed out on it. You don't know if they don't like each other. You don't know if they're checking each other's teeth for spinach. They're really close and they're just like eyeing each other, so you don't know.
Okay. Go Ruby.
And you heading to sleep? Velphie?
Yes, sorry.
Okay. All right, with that, we're going to pan to Quirin. What are you doing before your watch starts? Are you doing anything?
Before the watch starts, and just after that conversation with Ruby, there's like take a few steps back looking at Ruby as she walks away and just turn around and then just under his breath like, what the hell? And then go find, I don't think he's found a good place to hitch, what was his name? Blanking.
Baymont.
Baymont, that's what it was. Find a good place to hitch Baymont. If there's, I don't know, any fabric or debris that looks like it would be softer, trying to make some like spot to lay down or something.
You're able to find some, like, he's brought so much in here. You're able to find a little banner that's pretty soft, and you're able to make a makeshift roll from that you can sleep on for the evening. And Baymont just kind of gets on, like, lays down and just watches.
I think we'll just spend a little bit of time with Baymont until everyone turns in.
Okay. And again, he just looks like he used to be uppity, very like excitable. It's almost like when Tilly was gone, that got sucked out. But with that is, I think everybody has gone to sleep. And your watch starts.
Okay. He'd give it a little bit after it seems like everyone has fallen asleep, just to be sure that no one's, a light sleeper. They wake up again or something. So give it a little bit of time. But then once he feels confident everyone is asleep, he's gonna walk back out of admin, back to where the monster is, is. Looking at its chest, does he see anything else, like any of the glowing that was there before?
Roll me an Arcana check.
27.
Ooh, with that high of a roll, it's faded. The magic that was there, whatever that was, is gone. But it's almost like from this beast, you do get like the magical sense that whoever this used to be was very, very well off in magic. But it's almost like it was fractured.
And with the testimony of what Velphie saw, was that just out in the open as well?
Velphie stated that to everybody, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess with that, He's gonna be careful. He's gonna cast detect magic just in case.
Detect magic. Alrighty. With that spell, what would this fit under? It doesn't fit under any known magic. Which, with your knowledge of magic, means that it is of something from some other world, almost. Other plane of existence, possibly. You get a lot of, like, conjuration magic from what this person used to be. But with detect magic, what is detect magic? It's the school of magic, and what else does it do?
Let's see. It is a faint aura that glows around any visible creature or object in the air that bears magic, and if an effect was created by a spell, and then you learn the spell school of magic.
Okay. You know the effect of what has happened to it was not from a spell. But with that high of a roll, you'll get something else too.
Okay. I see. Okay. Um. hmm. But then, as you described, it's like it's dead, so there's no visual. There's no residue left.
Is dead.
Okay. Then after that, he still has that black cloak on. He's gonna flip the hood up, walk back into admin. He left the door open when he left. If there's like a central point between where everyone decided to sleep, detect magic one more time.
Okay, detect magic one more time. On everyone in the room. You get magic from something specific in the room that you did not expect. The goat. The goat
Okay,
is extremely magical, and she is the product of a spell. Very high level spell from the school of conjuration.
Too high of level where she's probably not familiar with anything like that.
You've never experienced that kind of magic.
Okay.
And for everybody else, you get pings of items that they have. Magical items. Detect magic. The curse isn't there anymore, so you wouldn't get that. Again, you get their items. A very heavy, dark sense of magic comes from Professor Friedrich's spell book.
Can we know that school?
Necromancy. Velphie has a lot of like items like sending stones that have been used, and her loot is magical. But don't think you'd pick up anything else on everybody.
Nothing from Ruby?
Ruby's items. Ruby, do you think anything else would go off?
I don't think so.
Okay. So What about Velphie? Do you think anything else would go off?
Maybe. She has the ring of spell storing and the elven chainmail.
So just your items.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think there's anything else that she had. If
Don't think so.
unless you want to count any of those ingredients.
Okay. Those ingredients do not have magical properties yet.
Okay.
What about Professor Friedrich? Am I missing anything there?
A few things I'm wearing, like the cloak of displacement, the book.
So again,
and
just
spell
your
scrolls.
items.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see a lot of pings from items, but like in terms of like actually them, you do not get magic from anybody except for Beatrice on that regard.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna then try to sneak over to Mr. Professor guy. Sneaking over, hood is up. He's just kind of walking up like, old guy, huh? All right. And he's gonna go through. If he can, where is his spell book at the moment?
Where is your spell book?
I guess it would just be sort of like sitting by the rest of his stuff. He doesn't like sleep holding it or anything. Probably like sitting out in the open.
And can Quirin take it and take a little peek-see?
Okay. As you take this spell book, it is wrapped in what looks like flesh and bone. And it has a face on the front, like hollowed out eyes, like a smile that's just a little too big. And as you pick it up, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. Oh, okay. Not 20 for 23.
Okay, nat 20 for 23. You take half. 3, 7. So you take 3 points of psychic damage as you hear in your head.
Put me back.
Responding in his head. Who am I? Who's speaking to me?
None of your goddamn business. Put me back.
Well, it could be my business. I'm just a little curious.
Make another Constitution saving throw for me.
Damn it. 19.
19. You take 4, 9. So 4 points of psychic damage again.
Okay.
Put me back.
And he'll sit there for a second, just like bite his lip while he's thinking, and put the book right back where it was.
And you see the face kind of retract just a little bit.
He's gonna go through the rest of Frederick's things. I don't think he's. I mean, with the description of the magic stuff, I guess he would already have a pretty decent idea. But he's gonna go through just to be sure he hasn't that he didn't miss anything. Yeah, then I don't think he's gonna take anything right now, especially since Friedrich wakes up next.
I don't want any of my stuff. I got like an old TV guide, some lotto scratchers that aren't winners, some mothballs, butterscotch candy.
I think we'll pass on all those. All interesting things, honestly. But I think those are better suited for Friedrich's use. Yeah, then I think we'll go back to Baymont and lean up against the wall and just meditate.
All right. And you're able to do so. Roll me a perception check for your watch.
21.
Ooh, nice. High roll. Okay. With that high of a perception check, as you're watching and keeping an eye out, you notice an odd like opening behind the admissions desk. Most of the walls are covered in bookshelves or filled with magical artifacts that have been broken. But that opening looks wide enough to be a door.
So it's okay. So it's a hole in the wall, or like he can see a door.
So
Sort of.
it's like you have the admissions desk that's been broken, and then behind it is two bookshelves, but they are split
Oh, okay, gotcha.
just wide enough for there to be a door.
Okay. Yeah, he'll walk over to it and push one of the bookshelves just gently, see if it gives. And he's not trying to make too much noise either, so it's just a little push.
Bookshelf does not move.
If he puts his eye right up to the little gap, can he see anything through that?
So it's a pretty big gap. Like it's big enough to
Oh,
be a
okay.
door.
Oh. Okay. All
So
right.
it's like bookshelf, gap. Like a gap big enough for another bookshelf, but there isn't one there. And then another bookshelf.
You're gonna pick up a rock and throw it in there.
You throw a rock at the wall and it hits it and just falls.
Okay. Okay, I still think he'll go back and sit down, meditate, but he's gonna be facing towards that little hole in the wall,
Okay.
little hole in the bookshelf.
And as you face, every once in a while, you see like a little glimmer. And you know that gap means something. As it has come to a point where the next watch should happen. Do you wake Professor Friedrich up?
Oh yes. Just
Okay.
kick his foot. Your turn. And walk back.
Whoa. Good morning.
Morning. Good night.
Okay, good night.
Okay, you're able to go to sleep or trance. Professor Friedrich, what you doing?
Oh, everybody looks to be asleep, tranced, whatever.
Everybody looks to be asleep.
I'm gonna pick up my spell book.
Immediately.
I don't like your new member.
How did you even know him?
He picks me up.
Oh yeah? Did he read you?
No.
Did he put you back down?
Yes.
You'll be okay.
Up to you.
I'm not going to respond to the last one. And I'm just going to also take Beatrice's reins and start to walk out towards the front of the building, wherever the door is. And sort of walk out on like the front foyer, not foyer, but like the porch, I guess, if there's something like that. And everyone looked to be asleep, right?
Everybody's seeming to be asleep.
Okay, I'm going to use Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Beatrice, old girl, how are we doing today? This early morning.
Dearest friend, I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm sorry to wake you. I've had a pang of curiosity, and I wanted to try something. After I do it, I won't be able to keep talking with you, but I just wanted to let you know, and then we'll go right back to, or I'll put you right back inside.
What do you mean when you say that you won't be able to talk to me anymore? Do you mean like forever? Like forever ever?
No, just today, until we sleep again. It's a matter of timing.
Okay, well, can we talk for however long it lasts?
Yeah, sure. What did you think of all that business in the chapel?
It was very scary, but I knew my dearest friend, my bestest friend, would be able to take care of it and take care of me and everybody else. I told everybody else we'd be okay.
We're okay. It was a group effort, but we all did our part, or tried to.
I think you did splendidly.
Well, I appreciate it. I had a door on me.
That part was not splendid. Please do not get squished. I would be devastated.
It'll probably happen again. There's a lot of doors, and I'm slow, but it's okay.
Well, don't be slow.
Okay, you know that's a tough ask.
No, I do. My knees ache. My legs hurt. And I'm tired. So I think I'm slow too.
Yeah, well, this won't take but a few minutes, and then it'll help us get to know each other a bit more. I just want to find a bit more about, where you came from. We've been together so long, but we haven't always been together.
Yes, but I don't know where I come from.
Well, I'd be happy to tell you whatever I find out.
Should I be worried?
No, it's just a bit of magic. It's fine.
I trust you.
I won't betray it.
And after a while, she just starts to bleat.
And then I'm going to... I imagine like sitting on steps beside her. I'm going to put my hand over on whatever a goat's shoulder looks like. And use the pearl that I found yesterday to cast Identify.
Okay, and remind me everything that Identify does.
So for a creature in particular, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. And if it was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
Okay. And it tells you everything about that creature, too?
Okay, so here's what it says. If it's a magic item, some of the magic imbued objects, so we're not doing that one. Just the creature. It says if you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Okay.
That's the text.
It is in your secrets channel.
Secrets! Let me just take a quick look-see. Okay. After learning that, I guess I'll sort of sit in quiet contemplation and watch the courtyard.
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, buddy, I hope it's a quiet night. 5.
With a 5, nothing seems to bother you. Beatrice ends up kind of like laying down next to you.
Oh, can I have taken her back in? I'm sorry. I forgot. I said I was going to do that.
Yeah, you can take her back in, and she lays down with all the other mounts. And as you watch and make sure that nothing happens, you do see a few of the students that are kind of meandering. They've started coming back. They don't seem to bother you, though.
But they're still kind of roaming around the campus.
They're far off, like, think admin buildings here. They're closer towards, like, the cafeteria area. Like, they are still kind of far away from the temple where they just got ran out of. So, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And is there anything else you want to do on your watch?
No, just watch.
All right. And around this time, the sun does start to rise. Who all would be waking up with the sun? We do have one that likes to sleep in a little late.
I'm up with the sun.
So you see Professor Friedrich on watch duty.
Do I see a ruby?
Anything to report?
Nothing of too much interest. A few of the students are meandering around, but they don't seem to be hostile.
That's really good.
How's the nest?
Actually, quite cozy. It did a great job making a place to rest.
Well, that's good. I have a feeling we'll need all of our energy today.
Mm-hmm. Your party has doubled.
I know, it's all happened very quickly. GM question, have I ever seen Quirin around Limbo?
Roll me a history check.
$17.
With a 17. Quirin, would you have been seen around Limbo?
Probably in the last month.
Okay, so I would jump back into the conversation. So I'd seen him around, never spoken to him, but I'm certainly glad he arrived when he did.
It's good that you've seen him before. I haven't.
Well,
I haven't.
in that same way, I'm glad you arrived in my life when you did as well. I think I'd be very dead without you and then without him.
Huh. Very positive way of looking at things, as usual.
Well, I don't like being dead, or I wouldn't like being dead. I've never been dead before, so I don't think I would like it.
Yeah, they don't seem to like it all that much. The voices.
The voices are dead.
I'm pretty sure. People can people be without a soul? I've never actually questioned it. I just always thought they were dead.
It may be possible for people to be without a soul. But yes, as you said, our group has changed. A lot of things have changed recently and very quickly, but they could be a lot worse.
Could be a lot worse. We could be without tea, which... Do you want some? I could try making you some this time.
I would love a cup of Ruby's famous tea. I'm hoping that's what you call it. If not, feel free to change it.
I hadn't thought about it, but sure, Ruby's famous tea. And she'll try to do what she's done before and like make a fire and like kind of get a kettle pot type thing going.
Roll me a survival.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Nice. Yeah, this is great. You get that all set up. The tea is going really well.
I'll take one of my like little like ration wafers, I guess, so like crispy bread, and like put it on top of the cup and like give it to Friedrich.
Ooh, this is
Ruby's famous tea.
This is way better than I expected on the road. When you attach a grandiose name to an otherwise mundane thing, it adds just a bit of like a spark of joy. Wouldn't you agree?
Spark of joy. Yeah, a little sparkle. Is it good?
Is it good? I'm gonna taste it.
With that natural 20, this is a really good tea.
It is superb.
I am a fast learner, I suppose.
Yes, you're very good at this. You should consider going into the tea biz, perhaps, if you enjoy it.
Have a business?
It's good. Everyone has to make a living, and if you enjoy what you do, it makes life that much better, right?
I've never thought of I've never thought about it. uh, and you see like something is not connecting in her head with the idea that you just said of like joy and doing what you love and making money off of it.
I don't know if I'd pick up on that, so I think I would just feel nervous instead and be like, of course, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can do whatever you want in your life, and if you don't want to have tea making cross into the realm of business, you can keep it as a personal pleasure.
Very good advice. Very good advice. And she'll just sip her tea.
I'll do the same.
Alrighty. Would Velphie be waking up yet or still sleeping?
I guess it depends on the time and how early. Like, I don't know if we had discussed when to be up. But, I mean, she likes to sleep in.
Yeah, it's sunrise right now.
She's still sleeping.
Okay. All right, so we're going to pan to Quirin. Are you up with the sun or are you sleeping in?
Up with the sun, but he probably stayed put for a little bit. But eventually will make his way to where Ruby and Friedrich are.
Okay. They're drinking their tea. Velphie's still asleep.
Morning. Hopefully it was a fine night. And he looks at Friedrich.
I think it was rather uneventful from my perspective.
Yeah, about the same. I did notice, Friedrich, I don't know if you saw, but he'll point to like the little bookshelf thing. And what was the description of like that you gave it again?
It's like
the little magic thingy?
it's a broken table where the admissions building or the admissions table was. And then behind that broken table, there are two bookshelves. And they are spaced to where it looks like there could have been another bookshelf, but they deliberately left it open and it's wide enough for a door and it shimmered.
Mm-hmm. Shimmer, that's the part. All right. Yeah, well, he'd point that all out and share that. I feel like that goes a little ways. And I look at Ruby. It seemed like you might have a plan of figuring out, or maybe have had a plan of figuring out how to get lower, but that might be an option too.
So I see what he points out.
Yes, you do.
Huh. Let me go take a closer look at it, and I'll walk over there.
All right. You head towards that space between the bookshelves. What are you doing?
I'm looking at it, and can I tell what it is? Does anything stand out about it?
What you looking for?
Well, Karen said it shimmered, so I guess something of a magical nature.
Roll me Arcana.
18.
With an 18, as you're studying it specifically for magic, the wall begins to glow.
What color?
Gold.
Just the whole wall? Does the shape of anything pop out?
It's just glowing for now.
I'm going to try something. I say to everyone who's awake and looking. Can I cast Knock on the wall?
You cast Knock on the wall, and you hear that loud, and it echoes through this area for 300 feet. Velphie, you are now awake.
Oh, sorry about that.
What?
But it doesn't do anything.
Well, it may not be a door. Typically that opens them. From what I hear, I've never cast it before, though. Maybe I did it wrong.
Huh? Door?
Oh, welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't know what that was. I think someone dropped something.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. It was me. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I wasn't sleeping or anything. That's fine.
Oh, that's good then.
I was totally awake.
Well, there's something odd between these bookshelves that Kieran pointed out to us, and I thought it might be a door. I
Oh.
tried to open it. Magically, it didn't open, so either I did it wrong, or it's not a door, or something else.
Maybe it's not magical? There any hidden spots on this wall?
That's
I'll
a
go
good
up and
point.
like kind of look around and see if there's something.
Roll me investigation.
Can I help since I'm right there?
At advantage.
That's good. First one was a 4. And that's a 9. What is my investigation? It's not bad. 18.
Okay, are you proficient?
Yes.
Okay, change that number to a 10.
Wait. Why don't I remember that?
Magic rogue stuff.
Be a rogue. 19.
19. With a 19, as you both are investigating this glowing wall, it's glowing this golden color. And then you see dark blue magic start to come in. It swoops in from the sides. Like, and you start to see letters forming and then words forming. And it starts making a phrase.
It's trying to communicate.
That wasn't me. That was not me. Definitely magic.
Can
Is
we
it
make out what
legible?
Yeah.
Oh,
I move, but stay in one place. I have no hands, but I show my face. I keep things in, or let them roam. I'm both escape and way back home.
Why does that sound like a door?
As soon as you say a door, it starts to shift. The magic starts to shift. And it starts to move. The dark blue color starts to... And those words form a dark blue wooden door.
That did it.
Oh, go me. Are we gonna go in? Because I'm very curious now. I'm very much awake.
Are we ready? Everyone done their morning routine?
I guess I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Yeah?
let's go.
Let's do this, okay? I assume the mounts will be fine up here. It's been pretty quiet since last evening. I'm sure we won't be gone long. I'll step into the door.
You open the door. It's got a very beautiful, intricate golden knob, and you twist it and you open it. You all get a rush of a chilling breeze that brushes past your faces, pushing your hair back slightly. It smells stale. And you know that this door has not been opened in a very, very long time. You all see a set of stairs that go downward. The stairwell is dark and steep, and you cannot see the bottom.
Would you allow, just for funsies, for Velphie to walk up and cast Starry Wisp down the hallway to light it up?
Yeah, you're able to do so. And as you cast Starry Wisp, do you want to explain what it looks like?
It's you see this kind of ball form in her hand, this glowing ball, and because she's not attacking with it, she just very gently holds it in her hand and just kind of and it just wisps down the stairway.
And as it wisps down the stairway, it goes and goes until it reaches the end of its range, and you still can't see the bottom.
Well, it looks like it's a long way down. Are we ready for this new adventure?
I think so. Yeah. We knew we would be going down at some point. Just how far down remains to be seen.
Yes.
Let's follow that star.
Okay. And I guess if no one moves first, Velphie will go in.
Okay. What is the walking order? Velphie.
I can follow Velphie.
I'll go third.
All right, with Quirin in the rear. As you all start walking down this stairwell, it's almost like as your presence continues going down, where you'll see a magical light. Just enough to where you have barely any light as you all are continuing down the staircase. And you feel like you're walking for a while. Professor Friedrich.
Can I cast Mage Armor on the way down?
Yes, you may. All right. And you all continue down. And you're continuing down. And down. And down. Is there any conversations you'd like to have, as this is taking a while?
Well, I guess we just keep going. It'll end at some point, right? Does it just go one direction as well?
Just one direction.
So, like, horizontally, we're moving very far away from the admin building?
It's steep.
Okay.
It only means we have to climb back up it.
Maybe there's a lift at the bottom.
I would very much love to believe that, Professor.
Maybe there's a tea shop.
I would also very much love to believe that.
If there's not, you're gonna have to drag me back up these stairs.
Not many stairs where you come from, Quirin?
There's plenty of stairs. More stairs, it doesn't mean I'm fond of them. So,
That's fair. Where do you come from, Quirin?
I guess you look at Ruby, since he already told her the Feywild. I'll kind of just think for a little bit as to how he actually wants to answer that, and respond with Feywild. Not from around here, I know.
Just out of curiosity, does Anaria mean anything to you?
Well, the name is very familiar.
Interesting. Okay, well, these stairs go down very steep.
Insight, whatever that was.
Go for it.
And obviously, like at the front, just talking. Are you looking back at him and back at us, or are you just talking and walking?
Because he's in the very back.
Yeah, I mean, she would have like turned her head, yeah, to look back, because otherwise she'd be, I don't know if he could hear her.
Okay, so you are looking back. All right.
I'll use thaumaturgy and scream it.
Hey, where are you from?
Where are you from?
Go ahead and roll insight, and Velphie, roll whatever you think is applicable.
Okay. Okay.
I got an 8.
21.
Everyone's dropping 20s on me. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so like since you beat that insight check, what kind of vibe are you putting off? What do you want to be seen?
She I mean, obviously she knows of the name, but you would just kind of see a little bit of recognition, but she just kind of shrugs it off and continues down the stairs.
The Feywild, we've been there before. It's quite nice compared to this plane, I think.
Yeah, several times. Quirin, have you tried going back at all?
I can't really. Yes, I have.
And I'm going to assume you never stay.
I'm here, aren't I?
That is okay. All right. Interesting. You never stay either.
We can't find a way. No, we always get pulled back.
But you've been
into-
there before.
Several times, yeah.
How? How have you managed?
I don't think it's intentional. It just sort of. It's almost like we get lost and wind up there.
Just random.
Yeah. Just these shifts happen, and one second we're here, and the next second we are there.
What's the longest you'd been shifted over there?
Maybe a few hours? Maybe not even?
I guess it depends on which realm you want the time from.
In our present terms, time-wise.
Well, I guess from here it would be, trying to remember, it'd be a long time, right? Shadow realm is shorter.
Shadow Realm is very much like time did not pass.
Mm-hmm.
Going to the Fey Realm, a lot of time passed.
A lot of time passes. Okay. So relative to where we are, it's a very long time. Probably, I don't know, several hours. Like a little bit more than Professor says, I think. For being in the Feywild, it only feels like maybe like an hour or two. We're sent right back.
And no leads, no clues as to how that happens? I mean, something like that would be pretty damn inconvenient.
Don't we know it?
If we could control it, I would like to spend more time there. It's a bit warmer and the water's clear.
It's very
A few-
nice.
A few grumpy folks, but yeah, I imagine you know it well. I don't know why I'm explaining it to you.
It's amazing such a place exists when we're here.
Yeah. I guess
Yeah.
everything has its balance.
When it happens, when you get shifted, is it very much an individual thing, or you two, or the three of you, or whomever you're with, all go together?
I haven't experienced one where not everyone was pulled in. It seems like it's covering a general area.
These things are so far above me. I find it really interesting to try and figure out how these things work. I too would love to know if there's anything we can find on the manor. I would love to follow up.
Maybe we'll be fortunate enough to experience a shift on the way back to Limbo.
Hopefully it's to the Fey realm and not any other one.
I hope I get to be a cat again. I really liked it.
That was probably the oddest one.
I don't know. Did you see Straya? She had 8 legs and claws and 2 little eyeballs.
I guess I meant the oddest realm shift. The whole thing, I don't want to start splitting hairs and making comparisons for the oddest thing within that one. But within all of them we've experienced, that one was odd.
Yes.
When you got shifted one time, you shifted into animals?
No.
Some of us.
Yes.
I did.
And there's just like this marked look of just confusion. Of just like, okay, that's interesting, but like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. We showed up there and there was this orange mist coming our way, and all of a sudden, Ruby was a big cat. My horse was a thing with claws. And what did Beatrice turn into? Oh, no, it wasn't Beatrice. It was Baymont. And Baymont turned into a boar.
Very hard to herd.
I didn't know all that was possible.
Really?
That one I might like to stay away from, but the Feywild or anywhere else, probably.
Yeah.
That'd be better.
Some great hot springs there. Some great company.
But at least whenever it happens, you come back to where you belong.
That's been the pattern so far.
It's a good pattern.
I feel like we never quite know, though, until it happens. Like, I want to always come back, but it never feels certain until we actually make it. How long have you been in Limbo, Quirin? We've been there maybe, or at least Velphie and I have been there about a month or so. Ruby, I think you've been there a little longer than us, though we didn't have the pleasure of meeting before a few days ago.
I wish I knew more.
Quirin, have you been there long?
Just about a month. I was just out on my own. I found Tilly. As he looks at Ruby. I found Tilly. Well, she found me. She was the one who brought me there in the first place.
You know, Tilly.
So, isn't new a more appropriate phrase?
Oh, well, I wasn't sure if you knew.
Unfortunately so.
Yeah. She was great for the little amount that I knew her. Very happy.
She was a talker.
Mm-hmm.
Struggled with that sometimes. But she was nice. She was good.
She was.
But yeah, about a month. Just doing whatever odd jobs have been found for me. Doing stuff like this here with the three of you is a little newer for me. So this is hopefully a good opportunity to show my good intentions.
Well, welcome to the party. It's always a good time with us.
I can tell. First day, and we got this long flight of stairs. So this is wonderful. This is a great start.
Mm-hmm.
And around this time, You've been walking down the stairwell a while, and you finally reach an open archway. It's carved into the stone, and you notice another passage has been carved into the stone next to it.
What does it say?
Okay, we're reading it. It says, "Enter if you dare, but know this well. Once inside, you're under a spell. The path ahead is dark and deep, no turning back, no time for sleep. Step with caution, tread with care, finish the journey if you dare, for only those who see it through will find the key to passing through."
Oh, I think that sounds pretty ominous.
Sounds very one way.
Uh-huh.
That's a great way to put it. It sounds very one way, at least until we complete whatever the objective is. I don't know. But we've already walked all these stairs.
Yeah.
So I'm familiar with the concept of a sunk cost, but at this point I still want to continue.
Very true. I think I'd rather go through the door and see what's on the other side than back up and up and up.
And up. I agree.
Up.
Velphie, you're in front.
I am very much in front. That is one of the truest things you have said today. And I will go first. But before I do that, you see a kind of like she takes a breath, and before we go in, she kind of motions with her hands for you guys to get as close as you can. Gather close, my friends, and new friend, Quirin, welcome. Because today, we do more than just fight. We forge a legend. Each of us carries a song within, a tale of courage, of struggle, and of triumph. And together, we are a symphony of strength, harmony in the face of chaos. So, as we enter in this scary doorway, let fear fall away. Let doubt be silenced, and let our resolve ring louder than any foe's roar. We are a party. We are architects of destiny. Now, I'm going to open this door, and hopefully we won't die. And you all get 10 temporary hit points.
Huzzah!
I've
So
never heard
good
words
with
that
words.
never heard words that have inspired me more.
And I'm glad you waited until after we walked down all the stairs, because I feel like the monotony of descending the stairs after that the effect would have worn off a bit. So now I feel ready.
That was, it was my plan was so that way it was fresh. You know. Oh, I'm sorry, 13 temporary hit points.
Even better.
Yeah. Okay, and I'm gonna do it now. So, everyone, I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm doing it.
Do it.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, we're okay. She
Quirin
does it.
takes a few steps back.
You're walking through the door?
Velphie walks through the door.
Okay, as Velphie walks through the door, nothing happens. What are the rest of you doing?
Nothing odd happens, or nothing at all happens?
Nothing at all.
So she can't go through it?
You go through, it's an open archway.
Oh, sorry. I'll follow. I think I'm right behind her.
Okay, you're following.
Yeah.
Okay.
Following after everyone else does.
As all four of you walk through the archway, you all step through, and then you hear a whoosh, and the archway is now full of stone, and there is no way back. You have to get through all of the objectives, or you are stuck down here forever. You either finish or you die. Lanterns start to set aflame in this room. Some are blue, some are golden, the same colors of this university. And you see a solid wooden door on the wall in front of you. It has a golden knob, but no keyhole. No cracks in the door either. And that is all you see. This room has 5 walls. It's got like that awkward little catty corner. As you all just see that door in front of you with a single golden knob, but no keyhole.
Can I use thaumaturgy to try and open the door?
You use thaumaturgy. What does your thaumaturgy look like as you cast it to try to open the door?
I kind of imagine it as kind of like a colored air puff, if that makes sense. So it I guess it would be like this sheer kind of cloud that just kind of floats through and starts to pull on the door.
Is it pink?
Yeah.
Okay. This pink little cloud makes its way to the door. And it's almost like this cloud when you puff smoke into something like glass and it just dissipates upwards and down. And it does nothing.
So it is locked.
Is it an actual door or is it just a knob on a wall?
It is an actual wooden door.
I suppose we could just try to... Maybe not... Maybe we're overthinking it. Does it appear to be trapped magically or under the effects of any spell?
Roll me an investigation check.
$17.
It does not seem to be trapped in any way as you kind of look over the door, see if anything's different about it. But as you're looking, you do start to see on the 5 walls, letters start to glow in common.
I'll point them out.
And then what are they?
Letters on the wall, I'm going to post them in general. Each wall has 6 letters. And there are your 6 letters.
I'm going straight down first. Okay, that's not it.
Ah, of course. Nacht Iluf Hauner Wudidi Simheit.
Ours.
And they pulse every few seconds. Woom, woom. And then they fade. Woom, woom. And then they fade.
Well, any ideas of what we do with all these letters?
They don't appear to be words I'm familiar with.
Can I see if it's thieves' cant of any kind?
Roll me an investigation check.
What is it? All right, so that is 19.
With a 19, this is not thieves' cant. This is common.
It is common. Yes.
Okay. The first and the third appear to be words with an extra letter. Knock and shown. Could be coincidence, could be a pattern.
And it starts to vroom, vroom. Every few seconds, like little ticks of a clock.
Oh no.
Of a clock. Is it increasing?
Just staying quiet. Same speed.
Is there any pattern, or is it a regular pattern?
It is. Roll me an investigation check for me, please.
11.
With an 11, it is just the same kind of pattern. Vroom, vroom.
Just rhythmic.
Yep. Flashes in and out.
Dang it. I wouldn't have time to make a tea, would I?
Like a tea in game or tea out of game?
Velphie, what are you doing?
Tea in game.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you would allow Velphie to make a tea, she is going to make the elixir of clarity
Okay.
that Calandra gave her.
An elixir of clarity. You would need to build a fire, get your pot going, but you do have a friend that knows how to do it.
Okay. Well, friends, so I have an idea. I was very graciously given a tea that I think would help with this puzzle that we have. However, we need to make it first.
A fire. Okay. I'll get started.
And how do you make this fire? Because there is nothing in this room for you to use. So what do you do?
Hellish rebuke.
Let's see. Does anyone have burnable items?
As a wizard, I have some parchment.
Quirin reaches into his bag of holding it and does take out a tinderbox. I don't know how I got it, but I have it. Throws it to Ruby.
All right. Let's see. Wish I had taken some of those little pieces of fur from the nest, but I didn't.
I mean, if this is gonna take a lot of effort, we can just, I don't know. What do you guys think about this puzzle? I mean, we can see clearly there is one word, knock. So I would assume that we need to knock.
Maybe. I see. So on one wall, I see the word knock with an extra T. On another, I see the word shown with an extra R. I see the word smite with an extra E. I can't make out the other two walls, though. And I don't even know if that's a real pattern.
If you all would, roll me Let's do investigation checks.
I'm going to use a luck point.
19.
19.
12.
24.
Okay, with a 19, you all feel it starts at the word that has, or the wall that has KNOCKT. And you feel a little breeze that is going clockwise.
And see, I thought that too. I thought like knock tile up. But that's where I got lost again.
And with a 24, there are 5 words with 6 letters each. And you've done this kind of puzzle before. Fauna lost her life over it. And with that 24, I'm going to give you a few minutes to see what you come up with, and then I'm going to send you another hint in your secrets channel if you need extra help.
Oh, I forgot a letter. That's why it's not lining up.
I also see another word now. The last
listen.
letter.
I just noticed that one too.
It says 3.
Three. Okay, I see a 3.
Let me know if you need another hint.
Wait. Knock 3 times while upside down. That's what I see.
Okay.
Right.
Ooh, I see it. Yes. It's like
Oh.
a spiral.
It like does that.
Knock 3 times while upside down. Yeah. Very astute, Velphie.
Thank you.
So, who wants to, I guess, do we just hang upside down, or is there a ceiling to this place?
As you look up, it is just an expanse of darkness. You can't see anything.
Well, there goes my idea.
I can do a handstand.
That sounds good.
Counts as upside down.
Can you do a one-handed handstand?
We could hold you in
We could hold
place.
you, yes.
I'll give it a try. Here I go. And she just a little bit practiced. Just handstand.
Nice. Roll me an athletics check.
Is there a potential for it to be acrobatics?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. That is a 26.
Perfectly executed handstand.
Knock, knock, knock.
As you do your handstand upside down and you knock on that door 3 times, the door slowly creaks open and it reveals a very long, narrow stone hallway.
Velphie has solved 2 puzzles today.
Bravo.
Oh yeah, look at that. I have.
Well done.
Wow. Thank you. And she just kind of like, well, shall we head down the pathway? Would you allow her to cast Starry Wisp again?
Yes.
Just to
And
see.
with Starry Wisp, you see a long stone hallway and plain walls that are adorned with very few blue mage lights and tapestries.
Well, it seems like a normal hallway. There's tapestries, there's lights. I imagine they would do the same thing as when we were going downstairs. So, if we want to, we can continue. Well, we have no choice.
Gonna look back at the wall behind us.
Stone.
Well, at least there's no more stairs.
Are you all heading down the hallway?
Yeah.
Same order?
Only place we can go.
I can be in front.
You got this. Big brain up front.
I think it's a fluke. Twice.
A fluke is a type of fish, I believe. I could be wrong. I read it in the book.
Oh. Very interesting facts, Professor. I am
He just sits there like stone faced, like you didn't ask, but I told you.
We all now know a fluke is a fish.
If that book was right. Anyway, I guess we move on.
Okay. And Velphie walks.
Okay. And are we all following?
Mm-hmm.
As you all
I'm going.
go through that door. That door closes behind you. And it's gone. The only thing left is a stone wall. As you all go down this long, narrow hallway, it's plain walls. They're very plain, except for the blue mage lights that pop up as you walk past. They are that pretty blue of Esarora. And there are rich tapestries that are adorning each wall. Each tapestry depicts scenes of musicians playing in front of various crowds and numerous venues. From open-air markets to elegant ballrooms. Roll me a history check.
Everyone?
Mm-hmm.
$19.
23.
12.
22.
Okay, everybody but Velphie. Velphie, none of these look familiar to you. They're pretty venues. You would like to play in one day. You don't know it, though.
I'm just thinking about the puzzles I solved.
Yeah, sticking your chest out and going. Let's go. Ruby, one of them reminds you of home. Of the woods where they have said to show beautiful, like the elves put on beautiful shows. And the best of the best ancient music is played. Professor Friedrich, one of these venues, you remember looking outside of the empty tankard And those polished white marble and gold and emerald, those colors show up on one of the stages. Looks like Verdantis. And for Quirin, one of them looks just like home. And you get a little bit of homesickness from it. It's a stage that's out in this beautiful nature, pretty trees, big plants, different kinds of colors that don't show here as one of the venues. And it's just, you all get a little bit of homesickness. Except for Professor Friedrich and Velphie. Y'all miss Verdantis. Velphie, you don't even know what the Verdantis stage looks like. But you all continue. And as you get to the end of this hallway, there's a small column in the center of this hallway in this part of the room. On top of it sits a demolished wooden box. Its frame is nearly 2 feet long. It's about 18 inches tall, and it's about a foot wide. And beyond that column is an archway that leads to a narrow chamber that has no obvious exits or passageways. Simply a very plain stone wall at the end. The walls leading up are carved with scenes of merrymaking and revelry, and they feature all kinds of musical instruments, singing, dancing. But everything in that room is broken. It's in disarray. The instruments are broken. So you have a broken box in front of you and a broken room. And you've got to figure out a way out. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
A broken box and the room itself, or is another painting?
It's an archway that leads to another room. And that everything in that room is broken.
Oh.
The box is outside of the room.
Yes.
It's like a wooden crate kind of thing.
It's like I don't want to call it a wooden crate. It is like a tiny little box that is 2 feet long, 18 inches tall, and a foot wide. And if you want to learn more, you'll have to find out next session.
No coffin.
Well, I plan on being here for next session, but it's a little coffin.
Yeah.
Is it made of wood or stone or
It's
rubber?
wood. It's a wooden box.
Fireball.
Thank you so much for watching Session 35 of the Order of Narvosc. Session 36 will be out on March 7th. Please make sure to check out our players' social media accounts as well. They are wonderful and they deserve your support. And if this is the kind of content you enjoy, please press that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell. That way you get notified when Session 36 comes out. As always, be the light that drives out the darkness, adventurer. We'll see you soon.